Where did they put this? I gotta change one thing on this though. Let's see. Oops. This is. I gotta figure out how. Yo, what's the deal, man?
Blessings.
How you feeling?
How you feeling today, brother?
I'm good. I'm trying to start it back up. We back.
I feel you.
Keep this thing going.
It's crazy too, because I was just about to throw up a live, and then I seen yours come through. I said, "No, I'm gonna just go ahead and join Bro Live."
Yeah, so let me go ahead. I'm trying to see if I can scrape up some
Like,
topics.
this nigga Kev always got some good shit going. Let me go over here.
I've been trying. I'll try to stay consistent, man. Keep people's minds going.
I ain't gonna lie, me too. However, my brother then got banned 3 times, so I've been doing shit by myself, and I get tired of throwing up lives.
Okay. Oh my, hold on real quick. Give me 1 second, real quick. You think you got tired of right?
Hello.
What up, Yana in the building?
This feels
Buenos dias.
targeted. Kevin,
Huh?
this feels targeted.
You say it feels targeted.
Mhm.
That's funny. Man.
Well, this is definitely that spill the beans type of conversation.
Hey, man, we're gonna open
LOL.
up today. We're gonna open some
You made
things
a
up.
prompt out of me. That's crazy.
Long as you don't open up nobody Trump.
Damn.
Yo, I want to speak to that first prompt, if that's all right.
Which one?
The X's don't change people. This is who they already were. Agree or not?
Well, before you
So,
do that, go ahead. I need you to get some shares going in this thing real quick. We just getting this thing started. And also we can start right when we get to 1K. I'm trying to at least get 1K in this thing.
1K. All right.
We can get that real quick. But until then, y'all share it out. Get this thing going. Oh, sheesh. It's something I gotta change one thing on this thing. Let's see. I gotta change one word on this thing. That's what it is.
All right, my bad. I'm back.
We're liking.
Is it there yet? Can't really see. All I see is a little heart.
Yeah, we there.
Yeah.
Let's get this party started.
I think I got us halfway there, waiting on everybody to come in.
Right. Should make them tap even more now. You did half that already.
But hello, Yana. What's going on? No way.
Hello.
Not much, man. Just chilling. Got off work. But I don't know. I just wanted to address that first one because man, I just find it so ironic that my previous relationship I was in, it felt like my girlfriend was trying to change me the whole damn time. Like she was always trying to push me to things, to do things, to be a certain way.
Mm.
And it wasn't till after we split that I actually started changing. You know, and
Mm.
and I was started changing because it wasn't because she wanted me to, it's because I wanted to change. But
Yeah.
I just find it very ironic how women want men to change and then later on they end up changing, but it's not because of them. It's because they wanted to do their own thing. They wanted to grow and self, introspection. They get to know themselves and shit. And
Do you
it
think you
had
changed
nothing to
for
do
the
with the
better or
girl.
for the worse?
Huh?
Do you think you changed for the better or for the worse?
Well, I changed for the better. I know that for a fact. I'm where I'm at right now because I changed, and it wasn't because some girl was trying to make me change. It's because I wanted to change. Because I saw myself where I was lacking, and oh, hold on, I gotta pick up a call. Shit, my bad. I gotta get going.
How you gonna start some? Never mind.
They getting juicy and then sheesh. I gotta go now. I can change this thing because I missed the word is in there.
It's all right. That's how we know it's homemade.
Right. There you go. I felt weird. Like, hold on, this is who they already were. Okay, there you go. All right, let's get it.
Yana, if you would like to go, ladies first.
Uh, Kevin already knows I feel targeted because I'm
Wow.
actively dealing with a breakup right now. I am 8 days post. No, what am I? 10? 10 days post breakup now.
What?
Um,
That sounds like you need a date. Let's go
LOL. Um, I saw him on Monday and we met up and we got, well, kind of got ice cream. I didn't eat it because I couldn't. And we talked and I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing this. I know what I am and I am not, and I'm not stupid. So next. Um, but exes don't change people. That's just who they are. Um,
out.
I say I've definitely had exes that have made me like think about things, like, but as far as being in a relationship, like I've changed in a relationship, I've changed outside of a relationship. I don't know if I can necessarily contribute it to one person, but more so like if I was in the relationship and I was changing, I was doing it because I thought it was going to be for the betterment of us
Mhm.
and our future together and us having a life together. And then if I changed after the relationship, it was kind of because I understood that it would not work out. So now I have to make adjustments for myself in order to find the person that I want to be with. I don't think either one of those things are bad.
Mm. Okay. Try
Straight.
right though. Do you want a more to go? Which one?
More can go. Ladies first. I was raised properly.
Right.
Thank you, and thank you, host, for having me up here.
For sure. For sure.
Um, I would definitely agree with what Yana has said about the first one, because I feel like love can change people. You can be a sweetheart, and the wrong man or woman come around, they break your heart, and now you some evil ass person. So I
Mm.
mean, it can go both ways. What made you choose your ex? What made you leave? What did you learn? Well, I don't have an ex, so I don't feel like I can answer that prompt. So
Mm.
yeah. Um.
All right. So we gonna do
Okay.
those two for now, and then we gonna get the other so we get some more people in.
I
Do
was
this.
about to say we doing it different today, Kev.
Sometimes, hey, look. Sometimes when it's slow, I might let people go through the whole thing. When it's real slow at the beginning, then when a bunch of people, because I be wanting people, everybody to talk. You know what I'm saying? But if one person can go through a bunch on the thing, but yeah, we just do the first two for now. Then, all right, you go ahead. Facts.
Um, I ain't gonna lie. Amor just read me because I'm that dude. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was always into being, the lover boy type guy, and then with my ex, we were together 6 years, and it was the entire 6 years was one sided. You feel me? And I think after so long, it made me, I don't want to say bitter, but it did make me feel, a little standoffish as far as my emotions. So it made me a little bit more rough on the outside, especially when, I'm not gonna lie, it's a lot of shit I don't tolerate from women no more. And a lot of it is due to her. And I tell women all the time, it's not your fault. But just like you, I'm damaged goods. So, it be like that from time to time. A lot of men won't admit that, but I don't got no problem saying I was fucked up over mine, you feel me? However, it did change me. But I think it changed me in two ways, right? In some ways it did make me hard. But in other ways it taught me things about myself that I needed to change. So, I mean, it is what it is.
So far, oh y'all disagree so far. Okay, cool.
No, I didn't do the second one.
Hold up, before we do that, yeah, 'cause like, oh, go ahead, go do the second one then, and then I'm gonna let SRT go, then Max, then D.
What made
Um,
me choose my ex? Oh, go ahead, Yana.
Oh, you're right. You ain't do your second one. Yeah.
I
Oh
thought
no,
that was
Yana do it and then you. I forgot because I
Yeah,
saw.
Yana didn't do her second one.
Yeah.
What made me choose him? He was super charming. He was super sweet. He was very much a gentleman. He was adorable. He had his crap together. He carried himself very well. What made you leave? Him thinking that I wouldn't find out that he was a liar, and him being okay with me not. I don't know. He cheated. So I he thought that I was gonna sit over there and beg for him back. And he thought I wouldn't figure it out and that I would kind of just like let it happen. And I was like, no, I'm okay. Love ya. Bye. Have a good one. But I still have so much love for him and I don't wish anything bad for him. But this last thing I'm gonna say, you don't have your entire life to treat people horribly and then, at 40, you're like, oh, maybe I should get married now. And then you're like, oh, well, why are all my relationships bad? It's because you treated everybody bad. Everything that you do will come back to you. So I hope he figures that out. I was an amazing girlfriend to him. And I think I'm a really, really good partner. And to the next person, I'm going to be better. So I'm not worried about it.
Mm, interesting. All right, go ahead. SRT Life, what you got for me?
Yeah, I would agree with the first question. Yeah, exes don't change me. I think, oh, yeah, yeah, for the most part. Well, I could say kind of in a way they do change you, but I think it's the actions after the relationship. Once you come to your senses, I think that might make you a better person. I guess if the relationship was a little toxic, whatever the case may be. And then on the second one,
Yeah,
um,
don't nobody give a fuck. Pull your balls out, slap them on the camera.
I should have knew better when I threw that
We don't
picture up.
got no room for stupid
Literally
people
about to say,
today.
why would you do
I
that?
should have known better when let this picture up. Go ahead.
my ex, I was young, military, good shape. We were both in good shape. I think we were kind of headed in the right direction. I thought we were headed in the right direction. But for me, I think I lacked a little maturity when I was cheating and doing stuff on the side and things of that nature. And it kind of made me realize that I didn't want to be in a long term relationship at that time. I mean, I was already married, but which sucks. But I mean, yeah, I think I wouldn't say I was a terrible person towards her, otherwise than the infidelity. Um, but yeah, I think
What made you cheat?
some things that made me want to move on was she was just a little too clingy as far as like she didn't really have any hobbies outside of our relationship. Like I really like playing basketball on a day to day basis. In my 20s, I like cars and things of that nature. I like to do things on my own sometimes, and that was always perceived as you wanted to be away from me or whatever the case may be. But yeah,
Mm.
that's all I got.
Okay. What you got for me, Max? And then we do open panel.
Hello, how's it going?
What's up, man?
All right, y'all can hear me clearly, right?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. All right. Yeah. What made me choose my ex? Like, I don't think I chose in a sense. We just got along, and that was it. I don't think I made a list or anything, or thought about anything. We just vibed, and that's it. And yeah, but what made I didn't leave. She left. The thing is,
Why she leave?
Yeah, I seen in the
I don't.
comments you said she left because she didn't want a childish boyfriend.
Yes.
What does
Don't
that
think.
mean?
Oh, the thing is, yeah, I have a lot of trauma. A lot of like I came from abusive family. My mom disowned me and everything. So my whole development thing is I'm kind of behind in that sense because it's traumatized and whatnot. So yeah, so it's kind of like that mom thing. Your mom doesn't give you any love. She abandons you. She just disowns you. Then you go to other people trying to fill that void. So that whole thing just plays out. But I did learn this lesson, and after that, I went into therapy and all that. A lot of repressed, suppressed emotions, a lot of unhealed psychological issues, and all that. And yeah, all in all, I'm a completely different person now than what I was during that time.
Mm. Okay, it's open panel, y'all. Any
Oh, I don't get
questions?
to answer the second question, huh?
Oh, dang, my bad. I didn't even.
No, I'm just talking shit. We can open panel.
Let's get it. I got a question there for SRT. What made you cheat, or did you choose to cheat?
Oh, that was just my thing, man. I'm just being honest with you. That was just what I did.
Okay.
Regardless if I was in a long-term relationship or not, that's just what I was gonna do.
Oh, oh, you was one of the men that these women talking about today. Okay, I see.
Are you still one of them, man?
Nah, I move on from that relationship. I'm married now. I got 2 kids, same woman, and yeah, I'm on a different path now. But
Let
that
me
was
ask
just
you
what I was
this.
gonna do. That's just what I knew. I see my dad doing it. See uncles
I was
doing
about
it.
to ask you
That's just.
what do you feel made you cheat? But you pretty much just answered that.
I think it was. I don't even think it was really even that. I just think it was just something I wanted to do. I just think that was something that I perceived as value that brought value to men, and that's just how I perceived it. In my mind, yeah. I mean, I didn't. I mean, of course, it was cheating. I don't know. I was just living a double life. I'm just being
Let me
honest.
ask you this then. Let me ask you
Yep.
this, right? If you felt that it brought value to you being a man,
Yep.
then why not just be honest and just do what you want to do?
Right. I was thinking about that too.
Because I think like I knew inherently in my 20s that like most women wasn't looking for that. Most women wanted to the type of women that I wanted long term didn't want that in return. So I was just
So
gonna be
again,
dishonest about it
why didn't you just be honest about it and just?
because I wanted
Because
to be
look, think about it
dishonest
like
about it.
this, right? Think about it like this. Like you said, most of the women you was dealing with didn't want nothing long term anyway, which means they was in it for the same reasons you was in it for.
No, no,
You
they
didn't
wanted
want.
something long term. They wanted
Oh,
something
okay,
long term.
okay.
Yes, these women wanted something long term, and obviously the type of lifestyle I was living, it wasn't gonna be conducive to a long term relationship.
What's going on, cousin?
What's up, y'all? Um, so y'all want me to reply to the prompt first or just jump in?
Um, yeah, do the prompt first, and then you can jump in or whatever you had on your mind.
Okay, exes don't change people. This is who they are, already were, agree or not. It depends, because exes definitely change people. You know what I'm saying, for the next relationship. Like
Mm.
you could cheat on one person. It could be a dude, I can cheat on a dude that never had a relationship before. I could be his first girlfriend, turn him up, and then he'll go and cheat on the next person just because he got that baggage. So I don't really agree with that. What made me choose my ex? Peer pressure, right? Peer pressure made me choose my ex. Everybody was like, oh yeah, you should date him. You should date him. And then what made me leave? He had a baby on me. And what did I learn? I learned I learned in that when I was 19 and that age, don't never be no parent to nobody. You know what I'm saying? That's what I learned then. But it's like now I'm 29. I still feel like no, don't be no step parent. If you really love that person, then go ahead. You can still stay with them, cause if that's what you want to do. But I probably wouldn't did that shit for real. Still to this day, a person that didn't bully now bullies.
Oh, we ain't on that. We ain't on that. Not yet.
Oh, okay.
We're
Cool.
just on our first two. All right, it's open panel now. You can ask that. I think you had a question or a reply.
All
Or
right.
something.
So can I ask this? Am I the only one who chose their ex due to their looks?
Um.
Nah, I did too,
Yeah,
but
I
it was
guess
kind
so.
of like the lifestyle. We both were career driven. You know, we were in the same kind of path and trajectory in life at that time. I'm not in the military anymore, but I mean, my first wife is extremely attractive. That's why I wanted to be with her.
Same. My ex was he looked good. So
Yeah, you know, all my relationships for real, because I don't be paying attention. I was a military brat, so I never really stayed grounded enough to learn about people. And like, yeah, you got beautiful people everywhere, but for me to actually want to be with them, nah, I was good off of that. So it was really just peer pressure. All of them was just peer pressure. Oh, you guys look good together. That's your boyfriend. It was never me wanting to be like, oh yeah, I want a relationship. It'll probably have to get to that. But that's probably why I struggled with cheating too back in the day.
Oh,
I
you cheated
sometimes
too?
don't think relationships get real until you have kids with somebody. They don't really get real, man.
I guess I don't know. I think they
There's a
get
certain
real.
type of bond when you have kids with somebody that it's a beautiful thing. I was scared of it for a long time. I didn't want to have kids with somebody that I felt like I didn't mesh with long term. But once you do, it's different, man. It's like a game changer. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah, with the wrong person, it depends on who it is. It get worse or it get way better.
Yeah, I was gonna say it depends on the person too. And
And it's
'cause
definitely a
kids
roll
don't
of the
make people
dice.
kids don't change a relationship.
Yes, it do.
They do,
I think
man.
that's
It
one of the
make
things that do kind of
for men
make
they
it.
do.
It don't
For
change
men,
maybe
it
the
makes you want to
core.
commit.
Oh, I
Nah.
don't think. See, that's what I'm saying. I don't think it changed the relationship for the better. I'm not gonna say it don't change a relationship, period. But I would say for majority of the time, it doesn't change a relationship for the better.
I agree with that.
Yeah, that's true. I think if the man doesn't want to be with you, it's gonna fuck everything up.
Look,
I'm about
I
to
feel
say
like
that's the
man or
reason.
woman, if they
Then.
don't want to be with you, that child not gonna change shit.
Yeah, I was about to say that don't just. Yeah, I was about to say that's like a little like people think a ring gonna make somebody get deeper.
Hold on. Let me.
He gonna see. He see.
I was about to say it.
I don't know if she coming up today. I don't know, but you can still switch. Hey, babe.
Isn't that so cute? We all just make way. I wish you could put like a hold on a box. That'd be cool.
None of y'all ain't got kids?
I have kids.
Hell no.
I have 2 kids. I homeschool them.
Yeah, I'm back.
Baby.
I wasn't gonna come up, but they made room for me. I appreciate you guys.
You knew I was gonna get out the way, Miss Rachel. You knew I was gonna move.
Thank you. I respect. Thank you so much. I'm still out, so I'm in and out.
Okay, that's all right.
All right, boo. Hey, Yana. Hey, y'all. Hey, cousin.
Where cousin come from? She gave me your live. I know I followed her from somewhere.
I was in here one time with you.
Oh, you was? Okay. You got a different picture or something.
Yeah, I think I was
I'm like, we
by the voice
mutuals.
last
I'm like,
time.
when we became mutuals, I'm trying to wonder. Oh, there go V. I remember V. Now I know we mutuals. She married for a while.
Hey, V.
Hi.
Oh yeah, we getting deep tonight. Yeah. Oh, what was y'all left saying? Man, I forget. It was something I was saying. I forgot. Dang. Who the last person was talking?
I believe it was me, but then I said, "Hold on,"
Oh,
because
yeah,
I see the wifey pop down there. I forgot what I was saying though.
This is like a little form of ADHD going on, y'all. It's cute. None of us remember anything right now.
Facts. I think that happened when we get older and stuff and have so much on our mind.
I'm like really, really pondering on what he said. I feel
Right.
like
I'm trying to think. I feel like I said something too. I'm like, dang, what was I
Hey,
talking?
look, the more y'all keep thinking about it, and I can't remember, I feel like I'm old as hell now. I'm like, damn, the Alzheimer's kicking in.
I'm weak.
You was gonna ask somebody a question.
I think he was gonna ask somebody a question.
You know what? They safe now because I don't remember it.
They say
I think you was gonna either ask me or maybe
About was y'all talking about a kid changing the
Oh, yeah,
person and all
yeah.
that?
Look at God. Look at God.
Won't he do it?
Won't he do it?
All right, so yeah. All right, so we were talking about children changing the situation. And you said you said you don't think children change it. Then you said you don't think children change it for the better. And I
Right.
said I agree with you. Then my question was going to be, do you think in any case that children do make situations better?
Mm.
Or is it is it solely based on how you and him or he and you feel about each other?
Yeah, I would say that it is based off of how the two parents feel about each other. Absolutely.
it makes
Period.
long-term relationships better. It makes short-term relationships worse.
Explain.
So a long-term relationship is going to bring those people together. It could be the missing piece, the missing link for people to take the next step, maybe possibly go to marriage or something like that. But then I think with short-term relationships, sometimes if both of them are just using each other for recreational use, or one side is using the other for recreational use, maybe monetary gain or whatever the case may be, it's going to end tragically.
So what would be a long-term or a short-term relationship? Like what's too quick or too soon for a baby?
Like a short-term relationship is just we matched on Tinder. We know we only link maybe after 10:30 twice a week. Maybe we link on a lunch break.
And then they got pregnant?
We meet at odd hours. We meet at odd hours, and it's never like I'm courting. Nobody's courting anybody. Yeah, we might eat at Waffle House after we linked up or something like that, but it ain't nothing that's conducive to courting.
So with
Nothing
those
long
type of
term.
relationships, right? With those type of relationships, and say if the person gets pregnant, and obviously I'm guessing she wants to keep it, and then the man, he doesn't want to keep it,
Right. That's what typically happens, I think. With
and then the
short-term
woman,
relationships, that's probably like 70% of it. If
yeah,
I had to
nah,
guess.
man, that ain't like 70%. Because when people say that's what's going on in the world, I don't be seeing that's what's going on in the world. What I see going on in the world, and I'm just in Virginia, so I'm just speaking on a little state. But what I see going on out here is you got it do be short-term relationships, but not like late hours or whatever, but like low-key short-term relationships. They only been together for like 6 months, not even maybe a year. You know what I'm saying? Then they get pregnant. They think it's all good. That kid come, and then everything changes. It's like now they have more problems in their relationship, and then they break up. But it's never on no. I'm not gonna say never out here, but it's not really common for them to be like a one-hit fling and then get pregnant and then be like, oh no, this is your baby. Like that's
No, you missed that part when I said somebody wants the other person more than the other person wants the other person. Like it's more one-sided. Like maybe the guy is more attractive than the woman. Maybe the woman's more attractive than the guy. Like things can go bad that way. When you don't really want that person long term, they're just a placeholder situation. I'm not going to call it placeholder relationship, but placeholder situation.
I got a question for Ms. V. Ms. V, what you feel about these two up there? What you feel about what's going on up there on the prompt?
So you guys are talking about exes don't change people. This is who they already were, agree or not. No, I don't agree because, my last, it's funny. My last ex was definitely my first love, which is wild because I moved from Reno to Vegas. We broke up. I got in another relationship. He got married and there was a whole bunch of going on. Then he got divorced and then we got back together. So, but like, honestly, like, even though he was not done being a grown man and wanting to be in a loyal relationship and letting women interfere in our relationship that interfered when we were teenagers, I was like, you got to be kidding me. Like, I'm not here to like, I don't know. I'm not here to cuff you. Like, you're going to be attached to my hip and you're only mine. No, if you want to be free and you want to go mess around with these women that you were talking to or whatever you guys had before, and you're still giving her advice on her relationship, like, she got a man for that. Like, she has to talk to her man, not you, because, that's just petty. And to me, I'm like, a woman only does that because she still has feelings for you. So I ended up telling him, you know what, like, I'm done. If that's what you want, it's cool. But regardless of that situation, I will definitely say I grew as a woman, because when I was with him, even our teenage years, because he was my first love. So, like, I was always very codependent on him. I always felt like I needed him. Like, I was never going to find a man that was going to love me the way he did and respected me the way he did. Because there was reasons why I fell in love with this man. But I will definitely say that I saw the insecurities that he brought out in me that I was not self-aware of at that time. And so once I, started a self-development journey, as in reading books, right? Working on myself, going to the gym, finding out what I truly love and who I am as a human being. I literally rewired my brain and was able to let that go, right? Like, because it's a choice to let go and forgive. And I so did. But I would definitely say, obviously, I can see where that question is coming from. There are people that are the same people that they were like from years ago. Like, I guarantee you the people that I used to hang out with in high school, they're still the same people. Why? Because I've come across their social medias now that I've been back on social media, and nothing has changed. They're not talking about self-development. They're not, and that's cool. It's to each their own. But I'm an advocate on that, and I'm huge on that. And so, and that's fine. Like I said, to each their own. But there are people that stay complacent and they still are codependent. Like, I think that, I believe in men too. I'm not too sure, but I can speak on women because I've experienced it. Codependency is a real thing. And I was able to, like, just grow myself and let that go and be like, you know what? You're going to attract the right man when the time is right, right? Let go, let God, in my opinion. But I think back then I used to seek a relationship with, like, a man and want to be in a relationship. Like, all I could remember was be in a relationship with a man because I could never be alone. Now aloneness is my solitude. It's something I value. It's something I love. Don't get me wrong. I love people. I love to be around people and getting to know them. But I'm still grateful for my first love, even though things did not work out. He taught me a lot about myself that I never could have thought I would know now, So I think people can also get busy on pointing the finger and blame. But honestly, you're the issue, So that's and it's scientifically proven. I think a lot of us do blame, my ex this, my ex that, but okay, but you have something of that, what you're accusing them or what you're judging of, you have that something about them inside as well. Like, for me, it was lashing out, and I'm like, dude, like, why does this guy get me so bad? Why do I want to let go, but I can't? But I was just so insecure about myself and was super codependent. So that's what I would say about the first one.
All right. Babe, you there? I'm like,
Hey, honey.
all right. Be safe. I hear clicking over there.
Oh, you got me.
He's in an Uber. She's
Yes.
transporting.
No, but can you explain the topic? Because it says exes don't change people. This is who they already are. I don't really understand it a little bit.
I can't do that. I gotta get everybody else their own perspective.
What?
So, I ain't about to break it because I'm literally about to break it down when I'm gonna tell everybody my point of view because I'm seeing what everybody's saying. But nah, I can't do that one.
But I really don't.
It's whatever you think it is.
You understand what it's asking?
Everybody else asks.
Dang, I don't know why I don't understand it. Okay.
You ain't alone. It took me like 50 times to read it to get it.
Okay. Exes don't change people. No. I'm sorry. I'll just listen because I'm confused.
Was that the whole answer, Miss Rachel? No.
You got it, babe. You got it. Now you got to answer. You got answer, girl.
Okay, fine. Okay, exes don't change people. Okay, so I'm guessing the people is whoever was with the ex. Ah, okay. Ooh. So that means that person was already the way that they were. I do believe it's both, because exes have influence over. Oof, damn. I see what you're doing, Kevin. I don't like
Yeah.
people change people. Okay, long story short. Okay, your ex don't really change you. You have to make the decision to allow things outside, people, like things outside of yourself, to change you. So yeah, so with that being said, I would say no, exes don't change you. But
Dang, I should let my baby go last. You the only one that said that.
But I also wouldn't say, because it says this is who they already were. I wouldn't say that either, because, if they allowed their ex to influence that change, so, they may have been a kinder, nicer, more, considerate person, but, they allowed that change. So I wouldn't say that that's who they were. Yeah, so that's all I got to say. Thank you.
I should let her go last. I forgot she man. Cause she the only one that answered it like that. All right, cool. All right, cause I was ready to get my turn and get everybody. Hey, it's like, and y'all see why I'm with her. Yeah, that's crazy. Go ahead, Huntress, and then got Shine after that.
I'm on the opposite side of the fence over here. I do believe exes change people.
Yeah, you the same. Everybody else said the same thing except Rachel.
So, and you just definitely let it be known.
I didn't even say that yet.
Anyway, the reason that I believe exes change people is not because they have the ability to make somebody change themselves, but I think the experiences and situations that you go through with an ex have the ability to change your mindset and your mind frame. For example, I knew I was always a strong person, but my ex showed me how strong I actually can be, and I was able to gain confidence from that, because he dropped the ball in so many different areas of our relationship, and I had to take it upon myself to do different things. Because he did that, it helped me gain the courage to do things that I normally wouldn't step out of my regular boundaries to do. So I say it's situational. They have the ability to change situational things about you and make you realize things about yourself that you may have not known. So, and the part about this is who they already were, I do agree with that. Like, you already are who you are. They just may help build or break some of the building blocks that you already had within you.
Go ahead, Sean. And stop following me in them toxic lives. I had to leave that toxic thing, man. I was like that. Hey, look, that live was literally 7 people in there before I got in there. I went in there.
Let me say, I don't think an ex. I don't think people change because of their ex. I think, like Hunter said at the end, what she kind of proves the point is, she always knew she was strong, but her ex kind of like helped her realize that. So it's who you were the whole entire time, but somebody had to get you to see it that you didn't see in yourself. So to me, I never changed for an ex. For me, if anything, I changed for myself, because you could date someone and don't change for that person, and that. Let me see how I can put it. I think people change when they feel like changing. I don't think someone could literally change you. I don't believe so. Yeah, so I think you have to want to change for yourself. And when you change for yourself, it should benefit you. You shouldn't change to benefit others. So I don't change it for someone else. I would think that's a bad thing if you ask me.
That Shine then did it perfectly what I'm about to get to. I think out of everybody, that's literally
the best part about it. It's your turn to go.
Yeah, but it's my turn to go. That's what I was about to get. Shine and got to the point I'm trying to get to is that's what y'all gonna see what I mean when I came up with this, right? Is because it's like a lot of people, what they tend to do Like they be like, oh, I cheated because you made me cheat or something like that. No, in the back of your mind, you already knew you want to cheat it. You were just not trying to cheat because you were in a relationship. You were already a cheater. You already was like, wait, I'll wait until the time, and now I can cheat on you. You know what I'm saying? You already been looking at googly eye and all the other stuff. Now you found you a reason. So something like that, right? Or people that be like, oh, I ain't turned to I'm trying to think of a clean word to say, a boo-boo person until you came in my life or something like that. No, you was a boo-boo person, but now you just basically like, because these are people that do transactional things, so they kind of cover their boo-boo up by doing good things. You know what I'm saying? So overall, like, soon as they got this person in their life, they basically just exposed what was inside of them already. You know, because a lot of times we try to act. That's why they do this thing where acting nice. Okay, for sure. Appreciate you. So we try to act nice. We not really a kind person, but we act nice. So we like, oh, I'm doing this because this person doing it. But internally, we already was, and that's what kind of like what Hunter was saying. Like she knew that she was this person or whatever. Like we know if we weak at certain things. We know if we want to be this certain way and all that stuff. We just using it as an excuse. We say that our ex made us do this. You know what I'm saying? So overall, the whole topic is about to get to it. Because there's different things that's about to get to it though. I think if you have morals and stuff, you don't change your stuff from what a person, you know what I'm saying, whoever, you don't say this person made me override my morals or something. Like, no, you were just already weak already. You know what I'm saying? You never was really fully into it or whatever. So that's a little thing about it. But we're gonna get to it.
So, Kev, are you saying that exes emphasize who you already are?
I can say they can provoke or influence something. I can see that, or motivate. Yeah, but what they say change when people, because I don't that term I keep hearing everybody say that. Well, I changed when this person did this or whatever. This person made me change, and that's not true.
Are we open right now?
Yeah, we open now.
Okay, so I hear you, right? And I'm gonna beg to differ. And the reason I'm saying I beg to differ is because sometimes people pick up traits that are not a part of who they are when dealing with a person, right? When dealing with a person, people pick up traits that are not a part of who they are. And sometimes those traits may become either addictive to them and or intriguing to them because it's new. Sometimes, for example, like I've literally heard women say this before, where they like, I never cheated on him. We was good, and he was cheating, and then finally I cheated on him. Well, it doesn't mean that she was already a cheater. It means that she reached a point where she was like, you know what? Let me try something different and see how it makes me feel. Now, if anybody disagrees with that, I'm here to hear it.
No, I don't. I agree with you. I think the host was talking about major changes. Y'all are talking about like extreme. Y'all talking about the extremes. There's little examples like my ex, like going to Chick-fil-A and we ordered the same. Like she started ordering what I like, and like going to the gym. She started getting into fitness and stuff like that. There are so many things that y'all are overlooking that when you're in a relationship that change. It just does change. Like my day-to-day basis was not going to be the same as when I'm in a relationship. It's just not gonna be. I'm more selfish. I'm more to myself. I'm more gym. I play basketball for 3 hours. I'm not gonna play basketball for 3-4 hours, and I'm in a whole relationship. I'm not gonna do that.
Why?
There's little things that you change about yourself, and then when you get kids, it even more magnified then. You got to make time for your family.
I think those are the little things that make you resent your partner, though, right? Because then we look back and we like, damn, I remember when I could play basketball for 3 hours. Motherfucker out all on my back, ask me when I'm coming.
I don't resent because I'm putting so much burden on my wife to take care of the kids. I need to take some of that burden on as well. As soon as I get off work, I get to do what I want to do and just go to the gym and be selfish for 3 hours. And I got 2 kids and a wife at home.
Okay, how old are the kids though?
My youngest is 3, my oldest is 12.
So why can't they go to the gym and play with you? That's still giving her a break, but you also getting to have interactive time and still doing what you like to do. Like maybe I'm selfish because if I want to play basketball before I had kids, okay, before I had kids, I like going to a strip club, right? I even went to the strip club when I was pregnant. That's how bad I like going to the strip club. They food is the best. I cannot take my kids to the strip club, right? But I'm still gonna go. Like, I'm gonna make time to go. You know, whether I bring my partner or not, he don't like going. So okay, you can stay home with the kids and play the game. They play the game together. I'll go to the strip club. I come back. Hey, we all have a great time. We don't have to give up what we really like to do just because we have kids. That's not fair. That make people not want kids.
So he playing a
Nah,
game.
that's
You
nah,
playing with
that's
booty.
that's
I
nah,
don't play with booty. I'm
that's
just eating the food.
I disagree with that because I view that as single activity. Those are single activities. I don't
Yeah, that
mind taking
most
you to
definitely
the
is.
strip
All
club.
right.
Yeah,
That's
you
You
how I
know,
see
take
it.
away from what you
I
like
done
to
been to the
do,
strip
man.
club with my woman. Like,
But
I just
Wow.
that's if you
for me,
like to though, straight. If you don't like to do that, like his ideology of going to he don't like. Okay, you go to a strip club, you spend $100 to $300. He does not like the fact that he had to work 8 hours plus, and they only dance for 3 minutes, and they get all that money. I
I
don't
mean,
really
I'm not
look at
doing
it
no
like that.
tipping.
no,
I
no, no, no,
mean,
no.
my girl might get a dance, but I'm not doing no. I'm here to take medicine and watch.
Men should not be giving away their resources like that, their hard-earned money for free like that.
Right,
That's
that's his
insane. That is
ideology.
I'm definitely
insane.
not trying to put nobody kids through school,
That
but
is
we
insane.
go like that.
I don't respect men that go to strip club. I just don't. I don't care how you feel about it. I don't. You're weird.
I'm
I mean,
dead.
it didn't make me feel no type of way. You can call me weird if you want to. I like to see a
I'm
little
weak.
bit every now and then.
Because women don't inherently respect men that give away their resources for free. So why would you do it?
I mean,
Again, I like
I
to see a
wouldn't hope
little
anybody
nibble
in the
every
strip
now
club
and then.
trying to wife one of them or even be their girlfriend, boyfriend. Like, we all just here for the fun. You don't respect me, cool. I don't respect you. We're just here for what we want. That's it. I don't care
Like going
about,
to the amusement park.
yeah, it ain't even, I don't think it's that deep but I feel what you saying though, straight, because you low-key got the same ideology as my boyfriend, so I understand. But y'all gotta understand it ain't even like that.
Nah,
Nah.
I get it. Agree to disagree. I
I
get it.
feel
Agree
you.
to disagree.
But
Yeah, I don't
V
speak though.
said it is like taking away from your kids. What explain though, V? Because I'm everywhere with it.
Well, I
My,
mean, for me personally, it's like you're investing. Well, I don't know. I didn't hear if you're investing or spending money at the strip club, to each their own as well, because, I can care less what other people do as long as I'm not. But for me personally, it's, yeah, you can invest and start a savings account for your child, or, I don't know how old the kids are. But I feel like a lot of people do that, even with drugs, addictions, when that can have easily gone to your child for something else, for investment, as in their school, or, I don't know, whatever it is. I mean, like I said, I don't know how old the kids are, but it can be for their school, or maybe shoes they need, or, stuff like that, food, like that money could have just gone more into your children, right? Because now it's not about you, in my opinion. It's about your children now and how you want to raise them, and you want to show them to be better than you, so that way they can be successful, grown adults. Because we're
And I
growing adults at the end of the day. We're not growing children.
and I hear you, V, right? And I agree with you to an extent. However, just because I have children don't mean that my life stops. You get what I'm saying? Like, I shouldn't say, oh, I got children now, so I shouldn't enjoy my life. That's crazy.
Well, I'm not saying you can't enjoy your life. Like, again, I said to each their own. I just have values and morals in place. I don't have kids yet, but I've been a professional nanny in Vegas, and I've seen what parents do to invest in their children. And, they put them first. Everything they do in their life, because they have values and morals, they do it
right.
for their children. So I'm just talking about leaders here. So, like, again, like I said, to each their own. You probably, whatever your concept is, that's cool. But I just
Yeah,
experienced
because I
from
don't think one
very,
has. I don't think one has
successful
to go.
men and successful women and what they do, and they put on investments each day, day in
That's
and
true,
day
but
out.
successful men
They
and
still
successful women go to the strip club too.
they still enjoy themselves. It's not that you can't. They still enjoy themselves 100% in different ways, though. They're not spending things on things that they don't value. Again, which that's where values and morals come from, right? And I believe in that you are the product of your association. So I mean, back in the day, I'm not perfect by any means. I want you guys all to hear me out and hear my heart. I'm not a judgmental person, because I used to be there. I used to, club a lot. Weekend was, that's what I lived for, partying, drinking, etc. But I've been sober for almost 8 years this year, which I'm very immensely grateful. I would never go back because I'd rather remember things than not. But it changed my whole perspective. And now you best believe I don't hang around with women who go and party and clubbing and, because I have different values. Like, I'd rather be out in nature, hang out with friends, and invest in self-development seminars and all that to just become a better human being. But that's just deeply rooted within my core and who I am as a woman.
And once again, 100% agree with you, and more power to you, right? However, some of the most successful people are out here getting a party on. And let's just be truthful about it. Like, not trying to be funny, but I've literally been in mansion parties with CEOs and they're partying harder than me. You feel me? Like, people enjoy life. Regardless of what your financial status is, you should enjoy life, right? Do I agree that, yes, if you ain't got it like that, you need to be focused on your children? 100%.
Yeah.
However, if you can focus on your children, you can put up a college tuition and a 401k plan and health insurance for your children. You can do all of these things and still enjoy your life. Do your thing. It don't matter how much, it don't matter how successful you become. You should never forget about you.
And it's all about the change too, though, because I understand where V coming from. I am a person that is just, like I said, I'm a military brat, so I've been everywhere. So I have like a little bit of everything in me. I love going to seminars and reading books. I'll spend $200, just how I'll spend $200 in a strip club, I'll spend $200 in Barnes and Noble, and I really be like, oh, this is crazy. Like, books are expensive, but it's a balance. Just because I'm spending $400 within the two, right? $400 within the two doesn't mean that I'm taking away from the kids, because the kids got to get a percentage of whatever I'm making anyway. You're supposed to pay yourself 30% out of your paycheck, right? That's money, financial stability, whatever the hell. You pay yourself 30% out of your paycheck, and then you also pay your kids if you just want to pay your kids. Because I homeschool, so I Instacart homeschool. They get paid off of the Instacart. They workers already at 3 and 6. They employed, so I'ma still go to the club, but they still taken care of too. And we get booked. Like, it's a balance. You ain't gotta spend all your money on drugs, drinks, clubbing frivolously. It's just a balance.
Nor do you have to spend all your money on your children.
Yeah, like, everybody get a piece of the pie if you got it like that.
I don't think I was making a point about how much money you spend. I don't know if that's the point that V was getting at. I was just saying there's a difference between single activity and long-term relationship activity. That's just me.
Yeah.
That's just me.
I don't think that was like my point. I was just saying they enjoy life in a different way. And I get what they're saying. Here's the thing. If you believe in what you believe, I don't think y'all need to justify. That's just where I'll end it.
Yeah, I want to
Okay,
ask though,
because
because
I did think that that's where the goalpost was going to. But, if we're talking about spending time, then yeah, that's like I was saying. If you enjoy going to the gym for 3 hours before you had kids, you could still go to the gym for 3 hours even after you had kids. You bring your kids with you. If that's not a place for kids, like I said, the strip club, okay, cool. I'll do that on my own time, but I'm going to still take my kids to, let's say, Chuck E. Cheese or an amusement park. I'm going to still be spending time with my kids, regardless if the husband had worked all day or not. Like, everybody needs to spend time with their kids, period, and nothing's gonna change. You can still do what you want to do. You
and let
play the
me
game
ask
all day,
this
play the
though.
game with your kids. Like,
Yeah, let me add this because I always wanted that too. Like with the couples that go to strip clubs though, like what makes it so fun out of all the things you can do in this world? And then
Facts.
It's not a really of like, oh, and this is more exciting than anything else we've ever done. No,
right.
it's just we spending time together. You like strip clubs, I like strip clubs, cool. We go in here, you get a dance, I'ma chill, have my medicine. We have a good time. You feel me? It's like if we was at the house chilling. Only difference is it's booty shaking and music playing. Like, there's no, like, we just chilling. That's all it is.
And for us, half the time we not even getting dances. We really just throwing money, walking around, and it's just about it being a loud environment, because our house is not loud. It used to be back in the day when the kids was just born, because we wanted to get them used to being able to go to sleep even if we blasting our music, right?
what about a bar?
We Black. That's what we used to do. play the music, they'll go to sleep, whatever. But now it's like we kind of like serenity in the home, quietness. So we do want to get some loud activity. We know we can go to the club, get some loud activity. We don't want to just go to the club, everybody standing on the wall drinking. It's just a party at a
Y'all want to
strip
see some
club.
booty shaking? Wow.
It's not about seeing the booty shaking.
Yeah.
It's not about the girls. It's just about the fun.
What's
What's
the
fun
fun
about
part?
giving away your
Because
money?
people, it's not even about giving the money away. That's just what you. Okay, if you go to the amusement park
Everybody's
and you
not
don't,
blowing
you
their
go to the
check at the
amusement park
strip
and you
club.
don't get a teddy bear or something, I feel you. You just there for the vibes or whatever. Okay, I guess. But no, if
I'm
I
saying
go
you
to the
said the
amusement park,
music, right? You saying the music though, because I'm trying to kind of
well, my
really
reasoning
see like
is the
what makes
food, the music, and the vibes.
this
Everybody's having a
the
good
You keep
time
saying the
because,
that
food.
don't.
I don't eat strip club food.
oh
That
my
shit
God, like the
good.
wings and the hot dogs in Virginia
That
where
shit
I'm
So you
at.
only
ain't
good
never
when
went
you
nowhere
fade
else
it.
that got good food. You gotta go
Oh
to.
yeah,
You gotta shake
I'm
booty
saying,
first
I'm
before
I'm
you.
just saying, bar food is the food. I'm just saying, bar food is the food. You can go to I don't really like cheesecake. I never had cheesecake, so I never went to Cheesecake Factory. So you can go to Cheesecake Factory you want to. I'm pretty sure they good or whatever. They got steak, but bar food, I don't know. It's just I like that. I like it. I like bar food, hot dogs, hamburgers, wings. Jeez. Just
Interesting.
great. You can go to cookout too, but I mean cookout. I
For
mean,
me,
you
for
gotta
me,
you
it's
gotta
more
go to
so.
cookout like at 2 o'clock in the morning when everybody there for it to be
But you
like a
say you don't
party.
want to see. You say you go there for fun. Then you say you don't want to see people sitting on walls, but you rather see people sitting on poles.
They don't be
You're
sitting
not
on
sitting on
poles.
poles. Ain't no sitting
I'm in
at the strip club.
Virginia, man.
I
These
was being
girls
funny
ain't
though, but I was
tricks.
just saying like, but it's just that's just funny though, because it's like
Look,
we
for
gotta. I
me,
guess we gotta
look,
admit that
this
you
how
like.
it works for me because everybody's different, right?
Good.
So this is how it has worked for me in the past. Like I may be out with my boys, you feel me? We having a good night, we chilling. She out with her girls, they chilling. You know, club out to close, what everybody get into. All right, well, let's go ahead and we all link at the strip club. You feel me? We about to smoke, we about to drink, we about to chill, we about to do us. You feel me? After this, me and baby going home together. So everything else is like, so it's still just another environment for us to just relax.
Cool.
Hold up, my baby going. Let's see what I got there.
Oh, thank you, honey. Okay, so I totally understand the thing about the strip club, even though I have a different like moral perspective, you know what I'm saying? But I can respect and understand that that is their fun. The only thing I would say is that something that you budget for? Is the fun being budgeted?
Yeah, it's just like anything else that you do, right? I'm not spending frivolous money. I'm not just out here because we at the strip club. I'm gonna spend my rent. No, that's asinine. However, you know, we got a couple dollars to spend. We ain't doing. Why not? Why
And
not? Right? It's
it's
not
not
like I'm
even like you're
going.
going to the strip club every weekend. Like sometimes you might switch it up and go to the casino. And say if you do have a budget of maybe $100 to $150, whenever you do decide to do those kind of activities, yeah, that's great.
Mm-hmm.
And half the time, it like I said, casino. You can go to the casino. It's not even about gambling because you could lose all your money, right? These are activities that people is like, what the helly? But when you go out to
Yeah,
the
that's
casino,
asinine.
when you go out to the casino, it's like funny things happen in a strip club too. You could see somebody fall off the pole, but in the casino, funny things happen. People be falling, people be drunk. Like it's just a sight to see. Sometimes it's not. It's not even about
I
what
feel like
Yeah, I mean, yeah, hey, y'all don't gotta explain none of that. I mean, I respect y'all fun. Enjoy. It's not my type of fun, but I respect your fun. I think just to V's point, which it sounds like as parents, you guys are considering your children, and I think that's all. The point that really they were making is like consider, the kids and everything that you're doing or whatever. But it sounds like y'all already doing it.
right.
look, if you got bad money management, whether you go to the strip club or you sit at home and order DoorDash all day,
Right,
I mean, it's
right.
the
That's
same
true.
difference, right? So it's not about if you got bad money management, you're gonna mess it off every time. So it's not about what you do. It's about can you afford to do it in a feasible manner.
But on a balance of probabilities, it is about what you do. It is about like how that activity is viewed and perceived.
You
Like,
know that's wild. An ex cheater is on that's crazy. He on point.
like, bro, like it is how that's perceived. Like, I remember I had this conversation when I was in my 20s, right? And it was eye opening. I remember one of the homies that was also married. We was at like a little gathering with the wives or whatever the case may be, and it opened my eyes. And I kind of think I wanted to change from that standpoint too. He was like, "Man, why is it like when people got to do activities or like when people that indulge in nightlife or whatever, like why can't y'all have hobbies that happen during the day? Why is it always got to be at night?" And I was like, I just kind of sat back and thought about it. I was like, that is kind of true. I mean, most of my hobbies are usually during the day, but I was like, why is it when women go out, they gotta go to some bar, drink? Why can't you just do something during the day? Why can't you go paint? Why can't you go, I don't know, just take your kids to damn Sam's Club or something? I don't know.
Hey,
Why
you
is it
know
always
it's
got?
serious when
That's
you
what we
can't
are
Why
take
is it
doing during the
always?
day. That's what
when
we
your
are doing
fun
during the
can't
You're
day.
take.
missing. You're missing what I'm. You're missing what I'm saying. Why is fun got to be like nine, nine to midnight, 2, 3 in the morning? Why can't it be during the day? Why
We
can't it
just
be?
I just
Why can't
answered
it
your
be? Hold
question.
on,
It
hold on, hold
doesn't
on.
have
Why
to
can't it
be.
be? Why can't it be consistently only those activities? Because you know those activities during the day are conducive to long term relationships. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, so to answer your question, right? So you're saying only day activities is gonna get you in a long-term relationship? Before I reply.
No, 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 no. On a balance of probabilities means more than likely.
Okay, so you're
More
saying
than
if I
likely,
only
more than
do
like in my
daytime
neighborhood.
activities,
Not to cut you off, but in my neighborhood, I don't ever see couples coming home at no 1 and 2 in the morning. I just don't. They just don't. They don't do stuff like that. My
and
neighbors just they're
a
all
lot
married
of
and we don't do
couples,
stuff like that.
a
So
lot of
y'all
couples
don't
though.
believe it's a difference. Y'all don't believe it's a difference between single activities and relationship activities.
I do, but I see couples come home all the time at 1, 2 in the morning.
Yeah. And I was gonna say it's a
I
thing, it's a real thing where people be like in relationships, they can do daytime activities and be in at night, and they do that for like 20 years, right? Or let's just say 10 years, because I'm not that older yet, but 10 years. These people probably getting divorced in on year 12 or 15. You know what I'm saying? They or getting divorced later in life, or if they don't get divorced because they got kids and want to stay together for the kids, they just in an unhappy marriage because it's boring.
Hey,
These people are in
let me ask
boring
a question.
marriages and
So it's either
relationships.
strip club or boring.
Right. Who wants to
I
be bored? I
I
cannot
would.
do that. I'm not gonna be in a
Wow.
relationship and be bored. I'm not gonna do it.
There's so many things you
I
can
don't
do
think
in
the
this
strip
world. It's
club makes the
amazing.
relationship not boring. That's not that wasn't
The
my
thing
my
is though,
stance at all.
I'm not saying strip club every weekend though. You know what I mean though? Like if I've been going to the if I've went to the strip club before I got in a relationship, if I've been to a strip club before I had kids,
You next.
why would I change that just because I'm in a relationship? If and this is something I would tell you even before we start
Why are
dating.
you doing the same thing you doing when you was single? That's I don't know. It's things that you do different when you get in a relationship. Like you don't flirt with people.
Based
It's like that's
okay,
like
you're
saying
not
I'm
gonna
stop.
flirt with people because you don't want to flirt with them anymore. You
Right.
shouldn't
So
want to
why
flirt
would
with
you
them
go in an
anymore.
environment that have a high chance of temptations and
That's if you was
usually
getting temptation. That's if you was
yeah to
getting
look
tempted
at shaking booties?
in
You
the
wouldn't
club.
recommend it. You wouldn't recommend your children going there. That's how you know the place is not a. I mean, we can call anything fun. I feel that, but it's like the environment though. It's like you notice a high chance of temptation is built off lust, is built off drinking and all drunk people all around you and all that stuff. It's like you dang near is kind of setting yourself up for uh
You can
just
only set yourself up if you're weak,
problems.
though,
You know what I'm
Kev.
saying? Because it's not like it's a good area for that less likely have issues up there. We know it's all type of stuff be going on up there. So why set yourself up? But whatever. But I mean, like I said, everything everybody call anything fun nowadays, but it's like you gotta also be protective of your relationship at the same time.
That's what I'm saying, though. If it's not a threat to the relationship, if you come into a relationship completely honest, and I'm gonna use a different example, like people that want to do polygamy, right? People that's seriously into polygamy, not the fake stuff. They'll come and tell you, hey, I am into polygamy. I either already have a girlfriend and I want to invite you in, or I'm into polygamy and you're going to be the first girlfriend, but I'm going to talk to other girls. It's up to that girl because the ball is in her court now. It's up to her to decide, hey, this is something that I want to deal with, or yeah, that's not really what I want to deal with. because she's probably looking for monogamy. So she's like, okay, well, if you want to be with me, you need to be monogamous. This is what you got to change because we're in a relationship. Sorry, that's not what I'm looking for. That's just what it is. You have to be honest, and people that is going to accept that, that is what's gonna have more probability cause of a long-term relationship.
I put it this way.
Knowing
I
what
think
you're getting into.
once you, I think it, and it just depends on where you at. And I ain't, like I said, it's not to make nobody feel bad, but I think it get to a point, because I used to do the strip club thing too, or whatever. But it's like I have to ask myself, what's really the kind of the purpose though? Because like I can justify it and be like, well, it's fun and all this stuff. I'm like, okay, it's fun everywhere. And then I'm like, okay, it's just like you said, food, sure, the food good, but I done went to plenty of places that got good food. So it's like at the end of the day, I was like, man, I had to kind of boil it down to, all right, okay, them booties is clapping though, you know what I'm saying, whatever. But it's like, what is that doing for me? And then also, it's like, I just like the things I mentioned earlier, like how's that benefiting my relation? How's that helping it out? You know, I don't know how to explain that though, but it's just.
I think it can be
Let me get
just
in.
like anything, right? It can be
Oh, yeah,
damaging
Sean,
depending on how it's done, right? Like me personally, and this is no offense to you, cousin. I don't agree with the going to the strip club by myself situation, right? If I'm gonna go to the strip club, I'm gonna go to the strip club with my mom. Like we out, right?
Yeah, it's
Now
different for you. You're a man.
I don't see how that made it different, but each his own. I'm just saying, like, it for me, my stance is it's just another activity. It's not something that I feel like you should give up because you're in a relationship or because you have children. Like that, it's just an activity. There's no harm that comes from it
okay, well, you just said it that way though.
unless you're doing something that will.
You said it though. You said it is just an activity, but then again, at the same time, you can't give it up, or you just decide not to give it up, knowing the type of settings that you're at. So it can't be just the activity, because there's plenty of activities that's just like you could be able to find something else if it was other things you could do for fun.
And you are 100% correct. I could have done something else, but just like I could have done something else, I could have done this.
Interesting, but. Oh yeah, I thought about that. Okay, then I'm gonna let Sean go for real. But I was thinking, that's what I was about to say. The reason why I gave it up, right? Because I realized that it's more when and I was even like that when I had brought my speaking of ex, I brought my ex up here. I really like that. I only got eyes for you, so I don't get why I have to look at other stuff shaking, and I didn't even get why we even did it anyways. I'm like, because I guess it was like kind of trying to prove something. I don't know what it was, but it's like I'm like, why do I have to look at other girls? Why I have a girl? I mean, because I don't have to lust and all this other stuff. But I understand that a lot of relationships today is even built off lust. They even say do things, spice it up. Let's watch a corn together and watch all this other stuff though. But
Yeah, you
it's
took
like
it out of
at
my
this.
words. I was
Wait,
gonna
before
say
you get
it's
there, because I do gotta
addiction.
let Sean go. I just wanted to say this, then I'm gonna let Sean go because he haven't said nothing. He been struggling to get in here. It's just I had to focus more on love than lust. That's just what it is. I mean, that's what I notice. A lot of our situations end up being in though, But go ahead, Sean. Then I'm gonna let everybody rock.
I mean, I heard a couple things. I'm gonna say, for one, I think certain things I don't believe you should give up, and I would to be in a relationship. And on top of that, I look at it to be selfish of someone wanting you to give up something that you was doing to make yourself happy prior to you getting with them, right? So my example of that would be, most of the time in relationships, when a relationship ends, I'm a damn near say 80 to 90% of the time you hear people say, I lost myself in that relationship. So that means that the thing that you were doing prior to you meeting that person, somewhere along the line, you stopped doing it. So if I like going to the gym for an hour and a half every day, the person that I'm with, if you care about my happiness and me being happy and me being happy, you're going to benefit from that. If you have a problem with me doing that, you want me to sacrifice those things, then you just not the one for me, and vice versa, right? And I think we get so caught up on what we condition to be relationship type of things, when if I think that's all subjective. Like if someone, a couple, enjoy going to the strip club, then that's relationship things to them. If you don't enjoy going to the strip club, but your partner do, then that's not relationship things because y'all not on the same page. But if the man and the woman or whatever you dating is on the same page, then at that point that is relationship things, right? So to me, I think you should always do what you've been doing prior to you getting with that person, outside of the stuff about sleeping with other people and around the people. Yes, but if you was going to the strip club prior to that and your spouse have no problem with it, I don't see nothing wrong with that also. But to just stop doing what you was doing to make yourself happy just to get with someone else, majority of the time, people end up having resentment towards a spouse at the end of the day.
Here's the thing. Can I just say something real quick?
Do your thing.
Okay. So he just said about someone making you happy. I don't think anyone can make you happy. Happiness comes comes from having a sense of confidence within yourself and contentment with who you are as a human being. And I know where he's coming from, because I'm a person that, like I mentioned earlier, I used to freaking club every freaking weekend. Okay, every freaking weekend. But for me, it was because I came to a sense with myself that I was seeking validation. I wanted to be seen. I was provocative. I'm not saying that the women on here are provocative if you're clubbing. That's not what I'm saying. Just hear my heart out. It was me. I had to come with a sense of myself that I was miserable, that everywhere I went, I was unhappy. You don't have to go somewhere to be happy. And that is where people screw up in relationships nowadays. I mean, you just heard him. I mean, I'm not trying to knock you down, but this is literally proven. Okay? It is freaking proven on science. We cannot expect for someone to make us happy or expect them to be okay with what we're doing in order to be happy, because happiness is a choice. You choose to be happy in everything that you do. How you do one thing is how you do another, in my personal opinion. And it's actually proven as well. But, I can be cooking right now and I'm happy because I'm making myself food for myself so I could eat. Right? Which actually I am. That's funny. I wasn't even really thinking that. But, I have plants. They make me happy. But it's a choice to have plants so I can, nourish them and grow them and flourish them with water and talking to them lovely because I talk to myself lovely. So it's like, you don't have to go to these places to be happy. You don't have to even get in a relationship and they don't want you to do certain things because maybe they have values and morals in place and they know what they want and they don't want to waste their time. And you don't have to stick around if, they're not going to make you, I guess, quote unquote, happy. Like you said, it's a choice to be happy within yourself first. And I do wholeheartedly believe with every fiber being in my body that is the reason why people hold resentment, because you were never happy with yourself. You weren't even happy alone. So now you're expecting someone else to make you happy. That is a wrong mindset. And you got to dig deep through your heart within and ask yourself some tough questions.
Are you answering to what I said? Because I never said someone making you happy. I never said that.
Yeah, but you're making it sound like they're not going to be okay with what you're doing, right? So that's going to, the things that make you happy. Like, I'm just saying in general, like it's a choice to be happy. You can't expect anyone, like, just because this person doesn't want to be with me because I don't do what they do, like, I'm not, like, that's cool. That's fine. I respect you as a human being. That's cool because I'm happy within myself. Like, I'm just talking like happiness in general and anything and everything that you do. Nothing can make you happy. You choose to be happy within who you are as a human being and yourself and everything that you do.
Yeah, but out of everything I said, I never said someone else making you happy. But you said that's what I said. When I didn't say any of those things. I said you should continue to do what make you happy outside of someone else. And I said people tend to lose themselves in relationships because they said
correct. No, but what I'm saying, you said that it makes you happy to go to the strip, right?
If that makes the individual person happy,
You're saying it makes you happy. I'm just saying that it's a choice to choose happiness every day. It's a choice. Even when the things are going bad, you can be grateful. That is all I'm saying.
So you can't choose to go to the strip club?
I was putting more of a mindset and concept around it. Like, you can't just because I go somewhere, like, yes, of course it's going to make you happy, but like, you're choosing to go because that makes you happy internally, and that's a choice. It makes you happy internally.
I know what's wrong with that. That happened with everything in life.
Okay.
It's a choice. It's the choice to be happy on your own. Also, it's a choice to find happiness in other things if you choose to be. There's nothing wrong with that. Also,
Okay.
Like another example on basically like what both of you guys are saying with the strip club and then having plants and stuff. Let's use it like vegan versus a meat eater, right? Before you was in a relationship, you was going to McDonald's, Burger King, eating burgers and all of that stuff. But yet now you're here in and that made you happy. You were great. That made you happy. Now you're in a relationship. They want you to go vegan. Now, mind you, this is healthier, right? It's so many pros in this. You don't got to go to the strip club. You can do this. We can go to Barnes and Noble. We can read books. It's healthier. It's more bright. Now you do that for them, right? Because you want to be with them. Y'all eventually break up. Either you're going to turn around and go straight back to eating Burger King because that's really who you are. That's really what you wanted to do. And you was only doing this for this one person. You wasn't happy eating this vegan food, really. You just doing it to be in a relationship to portray to other people that y'all happy. But you're not. Oh, I lost my train of thought, guys.
that's
Damn, I'm
why
so sorry.
that's
Yeah,
why it
'cause
goes
I
back
just
to
want a
what Kev.
burger.
I
That's
do
why
want
it
a
goes
burger.
back. That's why it goes back to what I said initially on Kev's first question is, you don't change for someone else. That's something that you never do. You change because you want to. So now that you eating vegan is because you wanted to try something new and you was open minded. Yes, they brought it to you, but you still had a choice to be like, you know what, I'm gonna try it, but I'm gonna try it for me because it's a healthier lifestyle for me. And once that person leave, if you chose to do it for you, then whether they leave or stay, you're going to continue to do it. But if you decide to change for that person, you're not going to continue to eat vegan because now you're going to attach that vegan food to that person you had a relationship with and you no longer with. So I believe everything should be done for self. Nothing should be done for anybody outside of you.
I agree. Yeah, that makes sense.
I just believe people should. I think with relationship things, I think most of us would probably think what you consider what to be relationship things. I wonder, is it conditioned to where we believe that certain things are relationship things and we make that apply to everyone? Because I don't believe there's a universal law or a book or handbook about what's considered relationship things, what's considered single things. I think at that point it all depends on the individuals who's in that relationship, and no one outside of that relationship can dictate what is relationship things. You say, okay, the Bible doesn't talk about relationships. It talk about marriage. So if we go in biblical, we could talk about that. But as far as out the worldly things, then yeah, that's very subjective. But the Bible is definitely not subjective. So I agree on that part.
Yeah, I would say because it's like, I guess it's no different. Like people that choose the poly stuff or whatever. Or whatever.
All I'm
I
gonna
don't know. I just
say.
look at it. I just look at it that and it's okay. I get. Well, I ain't gonna say it's okay. I can't. I'm not. But I was about to say majority of the time, a lot of things is just built off. It's just lust, right? So
True.
I'm trying to see how I put that though. Because like anybody can enjoy all type of things, right? That's why poly is that way, and that's why
Hmm.
all the other stuff or whatever.
A
But
lot of voids, in my opinion, but I
yeah,
mean, and it's proven. I mean, for
a lot
me, this is where I'm gonna say with what you're saying right now, Kev. And don't get me wrong, again, I'm not perfect. I'll be the first one to stand up and say I'm very imperfect. I've had addictions before, and I'm so grateful to say I've cold turkeyed porn almost a year ago. Oh, sorry, corn. Okay. A year ago. And I get it. I 100 million% get where people are coming from with all of that. But it's just a lot of voidness, you know? And it's okay, to each their own. I guess everyone's going to find their journey when they want to truly be honest with themselves and authentic. But I would just say this. You either value relationships or you don't, period. That's it.
But then
yeah.
that's a subjective statement because your value to it isn't my value. So just because I don't value it the way you do doesn't mean I don't value it.
No, I just said to each their own. But I just said I will.
I don't know that I would say because that's why I say that's cool. But I think certain things you just don't. Uh, I don't know. Just like I stick with the poly thing. I don't believe that a person can love. They really in there for love though. I think with relationships, when you dealing with love, you will try to do anything with love. Like, so I'm gonna put it this way. I think like I noticed that with the poly thing, the reason why a lot of people do it, it's not really to give love. It's really just like, okay, I'm lusting after this, and I like, I feel good, and it makes me happy because that's what all we doing nowadays is be doing things for happiness. We're not doing it with purpose anymore, and that'd be the issue why a lot of things fail, anyways. Though, but I just noticed, and it's just a common thing when I see situations that's like that, that's built that say, well, this is what our fun is, and all this other stuff, and then you look what it just end up all the time. It always end up the same way, you know. Y'all had y'all fun, but it's like, what y'all ultimately like? What's y'all thing together? You know, it got to be a purpose though. You can't be like, well, we're just in this relationship for happiness, and that'd be the whole issue though. But it's the only reason why I stray away from myself, or why I will get others to stray away from me, because most of the time that stuff don't lead nowhere. I've not seen I mean, it probably is though, but it's less likely that you will see a successful relationship that's poly nowadays, especially with these mindsets today, or you wouldn't see a successful one that's like the ones that's doing let's do all the worldly things together, or let's do, you know, strip and drink, all that stuff. Like usually when you don't got all that stuff, you can't find happiness another way, and them are things that's more
We
likely to
see, but
invite the
Kevin,
enemy in. I put it that way.
but
You
Kevin,
want to us
you
as
say
humans,
that.
we want to try to less likely invite the enemy in as much as we can though. So stuff like that usually kind of damage
Hold
relationships,
on,
no
but
matter if we
Kev, you
want to
say that,
think it or
right?
not.
You say that, right? But then when
Yep.
you look at it and you look at the opposite side of things, those couples that are taking trips together and they're having wonderful dinners and they're still getting divorced too. They're unhappy as well. They're sitting here desiring things outside of their relationship that they're not acting on. You get what I'm saying? So it's no different. Like the difference is how you choose to deal with it. That's the only difference, right? We can take trips or we can go to the strip club. It's not that doesn't depend on whether or not, like, you get what I'm saying?
I got a question. I got a question. Like when it comes to poly, right? Whatever relationship that shit is, whatever it's called. Like I guess Kev, you trying to say that you can't really it's lusting. You can't really love you can't love more than like you can't love multiple people at one time, right?
Nope.
Okay, so if that's the case, and I know what I'm going to say, so I'm gonna go ahead and tell you now. And ain't no such thing as no apple. That's apples and oranges. No, in this case, for me, it is apples and apples. Okay, it's the same for me. So we're gonna deal with that. That means that people shouldn't have multiple kids then, because you can't love another child just like you love the first child. So if you're
True.
capable of loving multiple kids, you should be capable of loving multiple partners.
True. That's something I still stuck with. I done heard that guy used against me too, but no, I think we as humans we only because like even with that you gonna choose a favorite no matter if you like it or not. You're gonna have a favorite. That even with children, you're gonna have a favorite
I
because
don't
it's
have
gonna
a
be
favorite child.
Hey, I agree
yeah.
with that, Kev.
It's
Hey,
something
Kev,
it's something we don't say out loud,
I
but
agree with
it's
that.
like huh?
I totally agree with that, but society conditioned people that's wrong to say, right? You can't say it out loud. But I do believe that and I think it's okay. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. I just think you shouldn't show it to where other kids can
I
see it deep
disagree.
down.
I disagree. Look, so as a father of three, right? I don't have a favorite. Yes, there are different things that my children like. They're different people. So I love them in different ways. But I don't love one more than the other. I just love you in different ways because all of you don't perceive love the same way.
Right.
But I don't have a favorite. I'm not like, oh, you're my number one child. Like
Yeah, that's something you literally don't say. I put it this way: the reason why I said is it unintentionally happens. It's just somebody. It's just like it's gonna be that one that's always the troublemaker. It's gonna be that one. It's no way all of them gonna be even. And then also when it come to your kids and your spouse, like it's some because like it even shows like so when a woman chooses their child more than their husband, like you will see it no matter if you like it or not. You would just literally see the love, and that's who you see who they prioritize. Because like a human, no matter if we like it or not, they only conditioned to kind of prioritize one thing at a time. You cannot. There's no way you can evenly, unless it's like a video game. You cannot evenly spread that type of love the same way, because you can only be set for. That's why when you
But that's what I'm
when you
saying.
got a
You're not
partner, your
supposed to spread it the
kids gonna
same way.
huh?
You're not supposed to spread it the same way, right? So think about it like this, right? We all on the basketball team, right? We all on the basketball team. Yeah, we all got skills. Yeah, the coach admires everything that we all bring to the team, but we're not gonna spread the ball evenly like that, right? And it's not because, oh, you're better than he is. No, I know what you can do with this ball at this point in the game, right? I know what he can do with the ball at this point in the game. It's not about, oh, I love you more. It's about, I know how to love you separately and still show you all the same amount of love.
Hey, so hold on, let me ask this. So I noticed one thing, right? That people could have a favorite grandma, they could have a favorite cousin, they could have a favorite auntie, they could have a favorite uncle, they could have a favorite niece or nephew. Everybody have that, right? But for some reason, to me, it let me know that it is a conditional thing that society put on us, that when it comes to kids, you tell yourself that it's not a favorite. How can you have a favorite of every other thing in life except kids? Why does it cut off with kids? Because everybody been conditioned to believe that, right? So I feel like
I
you
got an
kind of,
answer.
what's the answer?
9 times out of 10, unless if you all got separate dads, right? But 9 times out of 10, you and your siblings, y'all all under one house with your parents, so you guys are with them every day. You're not with your grandma's, your mom's mom, or your dad's mom. You're not with them the same amount of time. Half the time, we be with our mom's mom. So grandma on mom's side be our favorite grandma half the time, because that's who we spend our time with. Now, I have 5 siblings. We all got the same dad, but I have a favorite sister because that's who I know. And I found out about everybody when I hit 21. My dad say I'm his favorite because I don't have no shit going on. Everybody else got shit going on. I don't have no shit going on. I don't call him for nothing. So he appreciate that, but he will let you know that too.
But you
And
But
let me
prove
that's
say
only
this
because he
before it go
wasn't
too
there.
far though.
you
I
prove
want
the
to say this
point though.
before it go too far. I want to get so this what I'm really okay. At the end of the day, and this is something I stand on though. I believe you can only invest as a human, right? Because we only one person, one brain, one amount of feelings, whatever. We can only really invest in one person for real. That's just how it is. Because like we want to say our kids, we love our kids evenly and stuff, but then you're gonna have a wife or a husband, right? Then you gotta invest in that. It's no, because it'll get stressed to think you can evenly spread out and give everybody the time, and you can't even give your friends time. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I bet you love your friends too, but there's no way you can be invested in a husband or wife and then still trying to invest into your friends the same way, and then your kids. No, it's like only a human can only invest in one, and that's what I'm kind of getting to with that. You may love, because I love everybody. You know what I'm saying? Overall, and of course it's all different. But when it comes to like trying to spend a life or have a purpose, you can only do that with one person. That's all you really can do. Just it's like a job. That's like trying to work a bunch of jobs and think you can do this. You can spread that same amount of energy, and no, it's like one of them it's just gonna overtake, even unintentionally. We can believe it, but a human capacity is only built a certain way. But
Hey,
y'all
you
get
could
what I mean a
you
little
you
later.
you could ask on one, right? Okay, let's go with a father, because I think cousin kind of proved the point on. uh okay, just imagine like you have your first child, right? And you experienced a lot of things with that first child, right? Things that you would never experience with that second child, right? So how can you take away the experiences like your first? Like you have your first everything. You cannot replace the first feeling of something. And you could relive that experience every single time having different childs, but nothing would be like your first. Your first child, y'all grow up together. Y'all experience all different type of things, right? So to me, I believe you can love multiple people at one time. But I think this whole thing is proving a big point to me. I believe that you can love uh
have a favorite child. Some people believe that you can't have a favorite child, but I don't have a problem with y'all answer. Whoever have a different answer than mine, I don't have a problem with it. That's just your life. That's how you see things. But I feel a lot of times people feel like things are just it's either yes or right or wrong or correct. To me, I just feel like everybody have their own opinion. Everything is very subjective when it comes to certain people. And people should be okay with at least hearing other people's perspective without telling people that they wrong or it's a different. No, I think you can love multiple people at one time because you choose. That means you can't love anybody outside your family. You love your aunties, you love your uncles. So to me, you can love multiple people
You
at
can
one
love it. You
time.
can love, yeah. Yeah, that's why I say I explained that in the middle when I was
You
talking
can't
though.
love them equally. Like you can't say. I think Kev's argument is you can't say I'm with both of these women and I love these women exactly the same.
Yup. This one gonna automatically take over.
But you can't love anything equally. That's my point. You know why?
But it's gonna
You know
be
why
the
you
one
can't?
person you gonna invest in overall though, no matter how because how humans are.
Yeah,
But
I agree with that. I agree with that
that'll be
because
a lot. Go ahead.
everything. What I definitely agree with that. What I'm saying is how people are would determine how much you love them. Also, uh, how you interact with people, what people bring to the table, like you know what I'm saying, how people speak life into you, how people do all these different type of things in your life. It will make you look at them in a different way to where I don't believe that you can love anything equally. I just don't think that's possible. I
No.
just don't think you can love anything equally because everybody have different personalities. So with different personalities, you can't speak to everyone the same. You can't speak to everyone equally because some people are disrespectful, some people are respectful. So there's nothing you could do equally in life. I don't believe that.
I disagree. I think you can have equal love for something, but just in a different manner, like I said in the first place, right? So it's like if I'm a triathlete, right? I grew up playing basketball, football, and baseball. I equally love all of these sports, but I love them for different reasons. I love them in different manners, right? But that doesn't mean that I don't have the same type of love for basketball that I do for football.
Your actions, I'm gonna tell you how your actions going to prove that, right? Let's say you got basketball and football, right? And you say you love them equally, right? One of those sports is going to require you to have more dedication and more work to put in order to get results. So what Kev said is right. You're going to invest more into one, whether you like it or not, because
Not
one
right.
require you to.
Yep. That's what is gonna happen. That's what's just
But
gonna happen.
that's where the loving differently comes in, right? I know this requires more, but that doesn't mean I love it more.
But
It
you're gonna
just
spend more time
requires
on one.
more of my time.
That's still prove Kev point though.
I don't think so.
Okay.
So let me say this too though, and I'm gonna let Sasuke go. I know he's been trying to go, but I think who the Kuko. So you said you asked did you, and I think that's an issue though. And I hear a lot of women that say that. That's the first time I hear man. You say you not invest in yourself while you're in a relationship or whatever. I say no. I literally say no. I think it's a time that you spend yourself. But once you get in a relationship, that's what you signed up for, is to invest in the family. It's not about yourself no more. And I think a lot of times people go into situations with a selfish thoughts, and that's the reason why it goes south all the time. That's why I fail, because we keep worrying about. That's why a lot of women, and I gotta be this way though. That's why a lot of women fail, because that's why they say I'm not happy no more. And I thought that a lot of men, which I realized, and I do believe that a lot of men do sacrifice their happiness for their family. They do that. That's just what they do though. They so if I gotta stop playing a video game for a minute so I can make sure my kids doing well in school, I'm gonna do that. If I gotta, like, sometimes our mental health, we would sacrifice that for our family and stuff or whatever. But I think once you sign up for something, it's no longer about self anymore. That's what you're supposed to take care of before you even got in a relationship, was focus on self, and then we got into a relationship.
Tell that to the people who believe in happy wife, happy life, Kel. Tell it to the majority of women who believe in happy wife, happy life. So do you sign up for a relationship to make someone else happiness, and they happiness means everything's in yours and do your damn thing?
No, I ain't. No, you ain't supposed to. First off, you already messed up when you go in there looking for happiness.
Well, everybody, most
supposed to go in there
women agree
with a
with that.
purpose though. So if y'all goal is to build a family, make sure you take care of the kids, invest in money, get a job. I mean, maybe get a business or something like that, or even whatever it is. I think that's what the goal is. That it's not worried about what can I do in the midst of this, and what can I. It's not even about I anymore. It's about the we. You know what I'm saying? So that's on both ends. I don't think selfishness should be on either side. It's
The
supposed to
way
be a group come together. That's why you compromise sometimes and you make sacrifices. That's just part of what relationships are.
I think the way it's set up in America, it's going to be one sided, right? The way like most people date, it is one sided, whether you like it or not. As a man, you going to have to. Your happiness don't mean nothing to the average person that you're dating. Your happiness don't mean nothing because in the beginning, every man is trying to prove that he's worthy of getting that woman. So he's going to do every single thing to make her happy. The woman is not investing to make you happy in the beginning. That's not how relationships work in America. You may find your woman that's a diamond in the rough, but majority of relationships in America works like the man has to
I
do
agree.
all the proving and try
I
to make the woman happy, and the woman is not trying to prove anything to make that man happy in the
I
beginning.
could agree with that. I think that it go right back to what I was talking about with the statistics of a lot of women divorced because they're not happy. But yeah, I feel that though. But I think Sasuke wanted to go real quick, and then I'm gonna get Mr. Crunch and Cousin. I seen you on mute.
Thank you. Yeah, I guess I gotta step back a little bit because I wanted to go back a little bit what Sean said about the equal loving factor. I think Kev, you said something about that too when you said that you can only invest into one person. Did I hear that right?
Yeah, you can really invest, into one person. Yeah.
Can you explain that a little bit more?
Oh,
Because I disagree with you can only invest into one person because you can spread your time around.
yeah, you can spread it. I'm just saying, but it's like it's gonna be more important. It's like it's gonna be a more important person than the rest, right? So sometimes your mom or dad might call, but if your wife needs you or something like that or whatever, they're gonna have to find somebody to help them out, and you gotta go back to your primary of who you really who you're trying to build with, even if your kids, right? Because your kids eventually is gonna have their own relationship. You know what I'm saying? They gonna do their thing. You can't be worried. And I think it's a lot of people issue that we don't focus on our primary thing. We be worried about, okay, I wonder if my kids doing good. And they doing their own life. They done probably got married and stuff, and you still worried about that. And then you done forgot your whole relationship that you got in front of your face. You know what I'm saying? So I think, yes, as a human, I think we only built to kind of invest in one. I'm not trying to say that you can't invest in multiple things, but I'm putting that as in like you can only put majority your a priority. You can only prioritize one thing. Other things come secondary. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with you to a certain extent. I would say it like this for me. I can prioritize family, but I can't prioritize anybody outside of the family. I
Yeah,
can
right.
prioritize my girl and my kids, but at the very same time, once my kids get to a certain age where they can take care of themselves and they can be a grown adults, then I wouldn't prioritize them as I would my wife anymore.
Yeah, see, you see what I'm getting to. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I got you.
I think if people, okay, let's say this. I do believe it is hard to say that you have a favorite, right? And it's not, you're not supposed to say that. I get that, right? But I think if people pay attention to their actions, you would get your true answer, right? Because let's just say you're a father and you in the house with one child, but you paying child support for another child that's not in the house, right? Now, you're going to spend more time with the child that's in the household. You have more of a hands-on daily compared to the other child. Yes, you love your kids, but if you pay attention to the actions, you are spending more time with the child in the house, which you are building more memories and more like things that you can kind of like pass on than compared to the other child. Yes, you may want to love them equally, but your actions is going to prove that you invested in one more than the other, whether you like it or not.
Hold on. First off, I disagree because just because you're here doesn't mean I love you more. That doesn't mean you're my favorite. That means you're here. They're not here, right? So by default, would you say that? Probably. However, that's not the
sounds
fact, right?
good, but what he said before was more human nature. Sorry to cut you off, but what you're saying sounds good.
And I hear y'all, right? And I can say this because hold on.
Get me too.
Hold I hear y'all, right? But I can say this because I got a 13-year-old boy right here, right now in his room, single parenting, right? And I have a daughter who stays with her mother. I love them equally. He's here, so he gets more from me because he's in my vicinity all the time. But that doesn't mean I love him more than I love his sister.
Hey, hold on.
He's not my favorite.
Hey, check this out. Here's your true answer. You may not feel like that, but ask the other child that's not in that house with you, do they feel that way?
You moving the goalpost now.
No, that's how it works. That's how it works.
That's moving the goalpost though. You can't let someone else feeling for your feelings.
Hold on. But I'm trying to tell you, kids will feel exactly what I am saying. That you're spending more time with the other child, that child is going to feel as if they are going without or they are left out because they're spending more time. I experience this myself. I hear my kids tell me certain things when they know that I'm going with my other daughter compared to she's not in the house compared to my other daughter. My kids tell me this, right? So I think if you pay attention, kids will tell you a lot outside. You can say you're a good parent, but I think your kids have to tell you that you're a good parent, a good mother, a good father. You can't say you are one because you're not the one fathering yourself. Your kids will tell you that.
The kids can lie. The kids don't know.
Kids can lie. Well, that means
Kids
adults can lie too then, right?
Yeah, they can, but at the very same time,
But this is really moving the goalposts because it was. I never stated I was a good father, so I don't know where that came from. But what I'm stating is because he's here doesn't mean that I love him any more than I love her because she's there.
That's why I said I think, and I knew that it was gonna get. It's crazy that Sean caught it real quick because I already know this a hard thing because I thought about this throughout the years. I said no matter what, I know we don't want to say it out loud, and Crunchy even just got to it like it's like a nature, right? It's almost a nature like that. You might not want to look at it that way, or we don't even want to speak it that way. I don't want to think I want to pick a favorite, but our actions and the way we move, or the time, all the other stuff, and then don't even add the experience you done had with all these children. Like one of them might have pissed you off more than any, or the other, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then you gonna still love them, but it's just like at the end of the day, it's like, man, I can really only talk to you more because you listen more, and then vice versa. Your child go automatically pick a favorite too sometimes too, and then they're gonna make you feel a certain way. So, but it's like only so much you can take as a human being at certain things, and the one child might be better at something else. The other one might be.
Okay.
The action would show you gonna, and the thing is, you gotta fight every day to try to love them equally. But then, like I said, overall, your actions, and then like even I'm putting it this way because like it's let's do it this way, right?
I got a question for you. If you
Go
can read between the lines, TikTok friendliness, I'm being very, very ignorant. But what if the one child that stays with you thinks they're an octopus? And then the other child that doesn't stay with you, well, they're a little boy that plays football and they're making you proud. You just don't get to see them. Go with that.
Yeah, but that's your feelings though. If you can't control your emotion and your feelings, then that's kind of on you for that individual and that person. Are most people like that? Probably. So I'm pretty sure we're speaking for the majority.
Look, I'm old, so I didn't understand the octopus statement.
I get what he was trying to say, but still,
I get what he's trying to go to too.
Yeah, I get it. But you know what? On this
I get exactly what he meant. He ain't slick.
Yeah, basically with this logic, that means that I'm able to be with multiple different women without no type of consequences. Because I feel as though I can do that, and I'm fine with that. And no one should have to say anything because it's in my DNA, it's in my nature. Because I'm a human being, and I'm only capable of being with multiple women. I'm not supposed to be with one woman.
And what I have to say to the octopus reference, that's depending on whatever parent that child is living with, that parent is like in control of how that child is feeling. So if that parent isn't showing the amount of quote unquote love or attention or whatever have you for that person to be like, dang, I feel like an octopus because my other parent is over there, that's that parent's in the house fault. So
hey,
let
me say this, and then I'm gonna let Kay go next. I know you've been there for a minute, and Jules.
Okay, I didn't get to go. I just want to.
Oh, you did? Okay. Crunch, then Kay, then Jules. All right. But I'm gonna say this though. This another thing. Like, hey, I had it at the tip of my tongue. I try to get it out real quick. Sheesh. Oh yeah.
Every time.
I do that every time, so I be trying to hurry me get it out real fast because I know I be forgetting. I be having so much stuff running through my mind. I I think it's almost there. Hold up. So basically, what I was getting to is that you will. Oh, okay. Say if you have a here you go, and this you gonna have a child, and it's no different like how we deal with people, right? If you have a child that don't listen to you, then you got one that do listen to you. It's like you're not gonna kind of spend all your time with the child that ain't listening to you because you don't want to. You want to kind of invest more into the one that is listening to you because you get there's a better chance that you are going to because that's even going right now with certain people that's parents now. They gonna have that one child that don't give a f, and you got the other one or whatever. It's not that you don't love them, but it's just like you. I'm trying to be without
You
my
just
business.
gave up on them too fast, huh? Is that what you're saying?
No, not
You know what I'm
giving
saying?
up though, but
Because
it's
it
just
sounds
like
like
you.
you need
It's
to
just
spend
like
more
why
time with
not?
him.
Gave
No,
up on
no,
him.
it's just like why not? No, you love them both, right? But it's like the child that you might invest in is you gonna because you see them growing more. It's like why not? Why keep on trying to waste all your energy when you can have one that dang,
As a parent, never say waste.
yeah, I don't want to say waste. I don't want to never say waste.
I'm
Yeah, you
gonna
right.
try. From what I understand, Kev, I'm gonna try to explain that. Right. So look, it's not you wasting your energy, right? But because you listen to me, I know that I can tell you this, and you go off and handle business like you're supposed to handle business.
Right.
Because you don't listen, I need to invest more time in you to make sure that you handling business. You get what I'm saying? So I wouldn't invest, and this is just me personally, I wouldn't invest more time in the one that listens because I see you got this already. This time that I'm investing in you could be placed on your brother who actually needs that time.
That makes sense.
Well, I was about to say that seemed true and smooth, but I'm saying let them become adults. So I'm gonna put it this way. I'm just gonna put half my business out, right? Dang, can I do that? No, I ain't gonna do that. So I'm gonna use a scenario though, right? So say if you had a child that always been troublemaking and all the other stuff, then you got the other child that's willing to listen. Then say they say, hey, your parent be like, you know what? I feel like, shoot, I only get more heavy. I'm more heavy on you because I see that you're the one that's willing to listen, and uh, and I know you. Basically, it's like she know her words is not going to be wasted. So it's like the other one. It's not to say that you're not going to try with them, but it's just like I guess it's like when you see your investments growing, you're going to invest more into what you see that was growing than uh then that's not growing because it's like it'd be like talking to a brick wall. But it's not to say that you're not going to try at all, but it's just like you're going to invest more in something that's more receptive, that's going to multiply or make. It's not anything like a business. It's no different from a business on the other stuff though. But I know I don't know how to put it. But, let me get K in. Oh no, crunch. Then
I'm
K.
gonna make it real fast. First of all, I want to say thank you for the panel. I hope everybody's doing good. Drink water, stretch, and live your dreams, man. It's only up to you. Look, this is what I want to do. I'm gonna just go with the first one if you don't. No, the second one. What made you choose your ex? What made you leave? What did you learn? I'm gonna tell you what did I learn. I'm gonna tell you if you don't know. I learned it from a song. But they say until you let your woman or your man go, you don't know who they are because from the beginning to right before the end, it's all a front. It's all a joke, and then you really know who that woman is when she's doing crazy stuff. When she calls the po-pos and all kind of crazy shit, won't get you beat up. You didn't know who that was at first. So men, ladies, watch yourself. Now, what made me choose my ex? I've been single for 3.5 years. I'm ruined because I've been taking care of me. I ain't been buying McDonald's, Taco Bell. I've been eating, man. I've been fishing. I've been working. I've been working on me, and I'm not going back to the energy that I ever went to. I'm used to the Claire Huxtables. I'm used to the '90s, good music, making love. I'm not used to the Cardi B's, the Megan Stallion. I'm not used to that. So I'm just gonna be by myself. And I'm gonna leave it at that. But what made me choose her was I settled. I had low self-esteem. She brung the smoke, and her oral fixation, ladies and gentlemen, was amazing. I could do whatever the hell I wanted to her face. Now I'm gonna leave it at that. But I really appreciated her when she came over with the smoke, when she came over with, rubbing my little back when I could do whatever I wanted to and then send her home with a kiss on the cheek. Like, this was awesome to me. I spent no money. I was depressed. We probably went out and played some pool. I gave her a massage. I gave her a hug. I listened to her. She listened to me. We watched TV. We shared playlists. Like, we was good for each other. But when she left with, "You're no man. You're no man." Every morning I wake up like the sunshine and birds. I have great energy. Look, and she's, "Oh, customer service is crazy. Did you see what Trump did? Oh, my back, my feet, my ass." Every morning is something. "Okay, baby. All right, baby." I paid all the bills. Now, look, I'm landing my plane. But I realized I don't wake up like that. I wake up like, "Hey, man, I got black skin." Okay, cool. But by noon, I'll get over it. I'm going to make something of this shit. I'm a king. I'm going to handle my business in Kentucky. And I normally do. You know what I'm saying? And I'm working. I'm doing good. Man, my health is good. Man, my third leg is long. I'm great and light. And I'm not going back to the BS. I'm not dealing with it. These women, what the hell? They expect a traditional man, but they can't burn fucking water. They can't do nothing. I refuse it. And the woman that takes me, she'll be a Disney movie. She'll be no kids. She'll be slender, thick. She'll be beautiful. Oil fixation is awesome. Her hair looks wet. Her feet are small. She learns 2-3 different languages. She got some money. She's never been married, and she wants me. That shit ain't happening. So I'm cool.
Sound like you about to build a bear.
You know what I'm saying?
I'll do it. He almost I thought it was
cool.
another one of them women in here.
I'm cool. I'm cool with the shit that I Google on video. I disease free. I wake up in the morning. I got cash in my pocket. I go on about my business. The only thing that worries me is when I'm 50, 55, when I'm 60 one day. Hey, how am I going? What if I have a stroke at 2 a.m? Who's gonna call the police? Who's gonna help me? I guess I just gotta take care of myself and stay on my health. Cause I think I'm gonna be by myself for a long time. And thanks for listening, y'all. I'm venting and I'm not trying to be funny, but I think there's a lot of truth if you listen to what I said, man. Take care of yourself. And one thing I'm gonna tell all y'all, I really mean this. Stress will unalive you. Whatever is stressing you out, if the kid, if the husband, if the mother, if the dog, hey, stress will take you away. Get this out of your life and live, man. Live. Everybody live. Thank you.
All right, nice. Go ahead, Kay, then Jules.
They can go before me, fam.
For sure. Go ahead, Jules.
Yeah, so I just hopped on this live a little bit ago, and so far I'm really liking the energy around here. The last one was pretty crazy. There's a lot of disrespect going on and stuff. So this is very nice to have something pretty calm. So thank you for that, host.
For sure.
Let's see. So I guess the topic that caught my eye the most is it says exes don't change people. This is who they already were, agree or not. Are you saying like your ex, like people don't change, or like kind of like what's that?
So people say like I never cheated before until my ex came in my life, or I wasn't I wasn't a bad person until this person came in my life, and now I'm bad now. Stuff like that.
Okay, so I guess kind of on that, I would say, the people who you surround yourself with can influence you, can change you. Because, I believe we as humans, we grow, we evolve, but you can either grow, the positive, like towards the light and stuff like that, or you can start, you get darker, you get bitter, you get, resentment, hate. And I feel like a lot of that is based on the people that you also surround yourself with and the values that you view as like a person. So let's say, maybe somewhere in the back of your mind, you always believed like maybe like cheating isn't so wrong or something like that. And then, kind of the example you said where this girl comes along and you cheat on her and stuff like that, and you weren't a cheater before. I feel like maybe somewhere deep down, that was something inside of you, but
Exactly.
you as a person decided to change your values or change your morals to fit that cheating agenda.
Yep. You kind of getting to my point of reason why I said that though. What the heck? Everybody just dropping it. What the heck? They got some cheaters? I
Oh,
don't talk
I was like, oh,
but
they hate what I'm saying. It's okay.
nah, I don't know what happened. That was like perfect timing though. That was crazy. That had to been that TikTok.
Don't worry about it. I'm trying to fill the boxes back up.
28 minutes, y'all. Though we about to be I have to put that on real quick. But okay. Kay, you ready? Are you good?
Yeah. What question is you on, fam?
We on the first two.
First two X's. What's the name supposed to be? Shit, disagree. What's the name? My bad, y'all. And then what made you choose your ex? What made you leave? What did you? Exes don't change people. This is who they are. This is who they already were.
Yep.
What's the name of it? If you plug it in the USB on the front, my bad, y'all. I'm telling my uncle.
No.
I I'm gonna come back to that first one. I gotta think a little bit on that one. What made you choose your ex? I don't got exes. I don't count mistakes. Uh, what made you? No, I'm just playing with y'all. Maybe. All right. So what made me choose my ex was her mentality. My bad, y'all. Everybody gonna call me now. What made me choose her? She was cool. I liked her personality. She was outstanding person. What made me leave was the fact that eventually I get bored. So if I get bored with you, I'm gonna just kick you to the curb. Nah, I'm just playing. It was a mutual understanding between both parties. Uh, it really wasn't like progressing in a manner or in a state that you would normally see things progress. And I'm not one to actually just settle down. I actually like to progress. You know what I'm saying? Productivity means everything. And they kind of wanted to be stagnant, and I'm not for that. So I had to go. Yeah. What did I learn? Be by your fucking self. You save a lot of money. Shit, I would be real. Be by yourself. At the end of the day, it's cool to have a partner every now and again. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? Do for you. Cause y'all be people get so round up in having partners, they do for their partners and never think about themselves until it's too late. So yeah. But
Okay.
as
What's your
far as that,
sign?
I'm a Virgo all day.
Well, okay, I'm a Taurus.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
sound a
yeah.
little bit like me, a
Talking
little
about
bit.
Virgo love it.
My
Like,
brother a Virgo. I love Virgos.
Oh, I love Taurus.
Oh, yay. You know,
oh,
everybody hate us.
I love
No,
human.
my older sister is a Taurus. She's my best friend.
Right. We keeps it real.
Oh my gosh.
hey, when you say exes don't change people, what do you? Can you elaborate just?
All right. So, because I hear a lot of people say that I never been a cheater until my ex did it to me, and they say things like, "Oh, my ex made me a horrible person, and I can't whatever." So they act like I guess like because I think about that little circle thing. They say good men make bad women, and bad women make good women, and all that stuff. Whatever. I used to believe that stuff though, but I was thinking about it that I believe a lot of the times these are things that was internally in us, and we got with a person. We got with a person with what was already in us, and basically we were just using them as an excuse of what came out. Because I think in order to even cheat, you already had to have that cheating inside of you, and you just didn't decide to cheat because you was with that person. But it's gonna kind of tie into this next the prompt that's under that in a minute though, because I believe you don't overall the whole thing of this thing. I don't think you just change your morals for a whole nother person. You just never really stood on them for real. Or some people don't even know themselves. But let me get I guess let's get Cammy in real quick and then
Hi.
what's up?
You
Bye.
want,
I get what you're saying, fam.
you want me to answer the first question or all of them?
No, it's the
You want me to answer the first question or all of them?
no, it's the first two.
Um, regards to cheating or like change you as a person.
Anything.
I don't believe that's true. I believe that your exes can change. Like your exes can make you a better person. Um, your exes can give you warnings. Like, your exes can be like, okay, maybe I am doing something wrong, and you can change for the better. So,
Mm.
What about for the worse?
you can change for the worse, but I mean,
Isn't those both decisions you have to make though?
if you see the error in your ways, or you're like, you know what, I no longer want to date thugs. I no longer want to date
So that was you.
a specific type of dude anymore because clearly that's not the best move for me. That's somebody changing you for the better.
That mean you made that decision. That's what it sounds like. It still sounds like you talking about yourself then.
They
If you
influence you to make a better decision. Like, okay,
You
that
can say influence though, but I'm not talking influence or mother. I'm saying actual changes.
I mean, yeah, you got to make the change, but you got to be conscious enough to
Well, if it wasn't for that person, she probably would have never changed, though.
yeah,
I
that's
don't.
true. There you go.
You believe so? You believe that?
Yeah, just like
Some people.
just like kids, man. You can have a kid and they could be raised in this with a silver spoon, right? And they'll grow up and they'll just be, spoiled to death. Or you can have somebody that wasn't raised with a silver spoon and they'll be robbing you just because they didn't have. And then they get with a person that was raised with a silver spoon. It's like, hey, you don't got to do that. Let me put you in position. They put them in position. They get in their own pay. They don't gotta go back to robbing and stealing. They change
They
because
that's the thing though. They
because
that's
the
the thing
circumstance
though. As
or
a human, you
environment.
get to choose to. Cause some people, just like y'all said, y'all get made aware of. Some people are aware of things and still decide to go against the grain though. So,
That's
I
true.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because if we put it that way, that means we have the ultimate. We do have all. Everybody had the ultimate power of just making somebody change because they became aware. You know what I'm saying? That's. I
But you
don't think that's
do.
true at all.
I still stand on my stance of I think that
Yay! Good looks, hood.
I think that people can turn on a switch that wasn't necessarily already like this is how I feel, right? Just like people date people and when they're done dating someone, they may be cold-hearted. That person brought that out of them. That's not who they naturally were. That person turned that switch on for them. You
Yeah,
get what I'm
you
saying?
brought it out of them, right?
But that's not who you naturally were. That wasn't who I was. That's why it never came out before because that's not who I naturally am.
Yeah.
I don't think. I think if you stand on something, you stand on something. That's just okay. But let's put it this way: Can somebody? I'm gonna go extreme. Then can somebody make you mess with another dude?
Can someone make you mess with another person?
No, another dude. We gonna see what's natural then.
Hell no.
Oh, right, exactly.
But
That's
that's
what
a
I'm. That's my point I'm
preference.
getting to. That's what I'm getting to though.
However,
So
But
hold
no,
on.
that's a
Let me
preference though. So that's a
it
sexual
had to been
preference.
inside of you.
let me say
But
this
no,
though.
but right, that has to be inside of you. But let's say you've been cheated on by every person you're with. So you've been hurt, you've been broken. So either some people guard their heart and they no longer decide to date and be like, no, I'm just gonna be by myself. And then some people be like, okay, well, if we doing this, two can play that game. That doesn't
Hold on.
And
necessarily
that's
mean
what
that
they
Let me
wanted
say
to
this. Hold
do.
on.
That's
Hold
what
on.
they
Let me say
wanted.
this. And I know this is kind of extreme, right? But I'm a grown man who knows what I like, right? So yeah, can't nobody make me change what I like. However, there are younger gentlemen out here who have had things happen to them who have that, and those experiences have made them change what they originally desired. It wasn't something that they desired at first. You get what I'm saying?
You talking about like getting, I guess,
Yeah, just
turned
what
out
you
or
asked
a
me.
curious type person, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that what I'm getting to is that if it wasn't inside, so that means it was already a curious person. So my thing is, if you were, they never changed. That's just something they wanted to try out, I guess, or whatever.
No, if
But,
there are
but
people when you get touched, especially males, because there is a G thing back there, regardless if y'all like to acknowledge it or not, there is one back there. They can get touched and be like, okay, but I found pleasure in it. Just like there are women who get, you know, raped as well, and they can have a gasm. I don't know how to say it on TikTok, but you can finish and you not want it. It doesn't change the fact that there are still G spots in there. So that's something that's totally different.
yeah, I get it. People are attracted to pleasures and they run away from pain. So, but that's still I guess what I'm getting to is that some things is either like, because you don't go against, so it's just like, right, if you had a certain morals, that means you didn't really stand on what you stood on for real. Like once you stand on something, right? Okay, I can get that. So let me change that up then. I wouldn't say it made you change. It's just like it you wasn't deep in what you believe in sometimes too. So sometimes we be like, all right, I'm not a cheat. Just like y'all was talking about the cheating thing. We were just talking about the cheating thing, right? And I can't say that. That's a moral thing. So let's talk about, you said a turnout type thing. I don't think that will be considered changing though. That's just getting introduced to something and you chose to do that. Because changing is being like basically like you wasn't like you basically changed your whole thing around. Like say if you was like women be claiming they can go from masculine to feminine. That just don't work like that.
Okay, so let's use this then, right?
Go
I
ahead.
grew up Christian. All I know is Christianity, right?
Right.
But I see so much negativity within Christianity, and then I learn about Islam, and I become Islamic, and I change my entire persona.
Yeah, you changed that. Yeah.
Right? But that I changed my persona due to what I seen in Christianity. You know what I'm saying? So if that brought out something in me that wasn't already there, that wasn't.
I can see that though, but that would be that would have been.
So it's the same thing when we're talking about relationships, right?
You talking about influence? Then again, you talking about influence or provoking or something like that. I can get that though. Just like some people might they might not be a beater or something like that or a fighter, but they had to defend themselves one day because they got provoked or something. So I can see stuff like that. Like I said, what I'm talking about when it comes to change, when people be like that, I wasn't a I keep using that. Like I said, the cheating thing. I think you already had to have cheating inside of you. So let's put it this way, right? I'm just gonna go to this next prompt. It's gonna kind of explain more of what I mean about this first one because this
I
prompt
kind
kind
of
of
get where you coming from with it. Like when you say exes don't change people, this is who they already were. He's basically saying that somewhere already inside of you, you innately have this mindset, or you've had this mentality, or you know what I'm saying, you've thought of actually doing certain things. The only
right.
thing is those people that were around you just brought it out. Like it's something that was already in you.
Yeah.
But he's saying like people just bring it out of you is basically where straight facts is coming from. Like that's possible for some people to have certain, you know what I'm saying, certain
Yeah.
kind of mindsets and things to that, because you can whole lot like with the cheating thing, you can whole lot not, you know what I'm saying, you could have had thoughts before that you were going to do it and never acted on it until somebody actually did it.
Exactly. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. It had to. A lot of that stuff had to be in you to get brought out of you. That's what I'm getting to about that though. So
Everybody
That's why I was
has
like, I get what you're
every
saying.
aspect in them. Everybody has everything in them, regardless if you
we
acted
can say
on
that.
it or not.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because the things you choose to do is something that you wanted to do, regardless, no matter how you want to look at it or not. It's
no,
something you
you
want to do,
could
even if
not
it's
have ever
negative.
wanted to cheat and then cheat
Huh?
on somebody else.
Huh?
You could not have ever wanted to cheat and then you cheat on somebody.
No, if you never
You don't
wanted
have
to cheat, you just wouldn't cheat.
Not necessarily,
Oh
because
yeah,
once
'cause
again,
you could put
going back to that,
substances
it could
in
be
there.
you talked about this before, Kev, with like trigger responses and things. You gotta think, bro.
Yeah,
Some things that people go through as far as that, like traumatic events or stressful events and things, can actually trigger people to change mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally. So what you would not have intended to do before because somebody's done it to you, then you know what I'm saying. It can bring that kind of thing out of you at the end of the day. You may not have, you know what I'm saying, wanted to act on these certain urges and things, but because you was like, you know what I'm saying, it's like you were hurt. It's some kind of experience, traumatic or stressful or anything of that nature triggered that in you to
yeah,
act on those impulses. Like she said, everybody's built with majority of this stuff. Not all, but a
right.
lot of stuff people are already embedded in because you've either seen it when you were growing up as kids or you've seen it, you know what I'm saying, periodically throughout your adult life. So some things are automatically embedded into your mental. However, it takes certain events to pull certain things out of certain people, if that makes sense.
And I get
So
that. You can,
I,
that,
I
like,
can
I like
agree
that you.
to I can agree and disagree with this statement. It just varies on the situation.
Yeah, and I like that you said pull it out of you, because the thing is, once you as a human, right, you have multiple options. You can do things, but you choose this one, and you choose this one for a reason. Because, like, just like I said, we was talking about. I don't know. That's kind of like what I was talking about with the cheating thing, right? You literally can choose to leave. You can choose to fight this person. You can choose, but they choose to cheat back. So that was something that you wanted to, like anything, like even if you wanted to snap on somebody, if you end up
You
socking
basically
somebody their
just
jaw
you
because they made you
it's like
mad
a
or
cease
something
of an
like that,
opportunity, basically. Like you
huh?
just cease the it's
Because they made you
it's
mad
like
or
a cease
something
of an
like that,
opportunity, basically. Like you
huh?
just cease the it's
Yeah,
basically like seizing the opportunity, like, okay, because this person did it, now I'm gonna go do it. Like now it's just
yeah,
you
that's
basically
what it is.
justifying the act.
But what if it's like
You
That's
basically
what it is.
justifying the act.
but what if it's like you cheated on me, so now I'm hurt. So I'm gonna cheat back on you to make you hurt, even though that don't fucking work and girls need to stop doing that
But
dumbass
that's
shit.
what you wanted to
But
do. That is what you
no,
wanted
she
to do.
wanted to cheat on you back because you hurt her feelings.
No,
That
she just
doesn't mean
wanted to
she
hurt you.
always wanted to be a cheater. She always wanted to hunch on somebody else. No, you cheated on me, so I want you to feel my pain. Even though girls just put antifreeze in their gas tank, they'll feel all that pain.
You got all type of things you can make them feel their pain. You could have cussed them out. You could have messed
Y'all
their
not gonna
car up.
feel no pain for cussing out. Y'all don't care.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. So you wanted at one point. That's what I'm getting to, and especially with the cheating thing. It was probably many opportunities you had in your life where, oh, I can do this, but I'm not going to do it because I have a partner, or I could
But
do
some
this or whatever.
people
But
don't.
now you have this opportunity. Like, dang, after all this time I've been sitting here saving myself for you, and now you do this. So now I'm about to now I can get my get back. Because if you really against cheating, and this is what we're gonna get to with the bullying thing. If you against it, you just don't do it. That's just what it is.
Well, yeah. I'm gonna be honest with you. That kind of plays back to what you were saying about your morals. 'Cause I stand by three signature things: is MVP, morals, values, and principles. And the morality of the situation is basically where Kev is coming from. If you said and you've embedded this in yourself that this is something that you're not gonna do, no matter what influences, no matter what outside
Mhm.
interferences, no matter what traumatic situation or anything you go through, you should still stand on that. And a lot of people that say that they do that or say that they won't do this go against their own morality, their own principle, their own principality and morality to it. And like as far as cheating, if you're gonna cheat, but if a person cheats on you, leave. Going to go get like people go and cheat back, and most of the time, what ends up happening? They get a kid behind it, something even worse may happen. You know what I'm saying? You never know because most people out here don't they go back and cheat. They're not thinking safety first when they cheat. They just go out and do it because they want to hurt you. But at the end of the day, you're not really hurting anyone but yourself.
And I
Like
hear
deep
y'all
down
right.
inside, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And
Go
I hear
ahead, man.
y'all right. I hear y'all right. However, in the same sense, that same person that went out there and cheated, that wasn't their natural sense, right? That's not who they naturally are. It's because of what they've been through in that moment that they went ahead and did that. Sometimes it's a blind decision. Sometimes it's a thought, right? We've all made blind decisions where we like, damn, and in the end factor where we actually think about it like, damn, why the fuck I do that? I should have
Yeah, I
never
shouldn't
did
have
that,
done that. Yeah.
right?
That's that post nut clarity, PNC.
But
That's
my
when
But
that
you
point,
don't
comes
have
but,
to.
in.
but
It's
my
just
point
not
is,
always regarding sex, though.
but my point is, regardless of whatever it's regarding, right? That person that you were dealing with made a change in you that you didn't naturally just say, oh, this is what I want to be. Whatever they did, it caused a switch for you to mentally be like, you know what? This is what I'm going to do because this is where I'm at in life, right? I don't have many options or whatever it may be.
Yeah. Well, like I said, the thing is, like I said, when you stand on something, because the thing is, when you stand on anything, you stand on strong enough, you just won't do. That's just what it is. So I don't know. I know that. So sometimes I guess we don't stand on things as strong as we say we do. That's just what it be sometimes. Because it's just like what I was talking about before. You stand, or just like me, I stand strong. I'm not gonna sleep with no man, and ain't nothing that can push me to sleep with a man. That's something I stand strong on. No matter if my feelings hurt or whatever the situation is, I stand strong on it. It's nothing nobody can do to change me to doing that. It's
Can
just
I
not.
ask you a question?
So go ahead.
Do you stand strong on never putting your hands on a woman?
Very much
Look,
so.
I would say no. I guess I say no because I don't know the predicament. I just don't know. I wouldn't say I stand
That
strong on
was
that.
it. Okay.
Because if they hit me good enough, I don't know because that's what a human part come in at. Or if they mess with my mama or something like that, I might knock a girl out if they mess with my mama. I mean, shoot.
I was just
Okay,
gonna
so look, hold on.
walk
Let me
around
say
you.
this.
So if she spit on you
Yeah, go ahead,
and
go ahead.
beat
And
your
that's what I
butt,
was about
there's
to
a
say. To
possibility
that,
you're gonna put your hands on her. So
No,
Henry,
probably
that's
not.
not
No,
always
no,
true.
no.
Look, and I'm gonna tell you like this, right? So I stand strong on a man not putting his hands on a woman. That's me, right? Now, as contradicting as it may sound, I've put my hands on a woman before, right? Though I was younger, she went ahead, kicked me in my testicles, and I blacked out on her ass, right? But wholeheartedly, I wholeheartedly don't believe in putting my hands on women. Period. I think it's some sucker shit. Even after I did, I was like, that was some sucker shit, right? In the same sense, she brought out something in me that naturally would have never come out
right.
if not for being in that predicament. That's not something that
That
just
was my
lied dormant
point.
If
in
it
me.
was
Like,
natural, it
oh,
would have never
it's
came
not
out.
something that lied dormant in me. Like, oh, I just can't wait to put my hands on a bitch.
Nah,
Like,
that's
you know what I
different
mean?
though. That's different. Yeah, I'm
It's
about to
not
say.
different. It's the
But the
same
fact
thing
that
that
you
we're
did it,
talking
it showed
about.
that it's there. It's there though.
Everyone has the capacity to put their hands on somebody.
Exactly.
Right. But that doesn't mean that he's like, yeah, I've always wanted to beat a bitch ass. No.
But you go on the extreme to prove a point again. I'm not saying
No,
that.
but
I'm not saying. I'm not
I'm
saying.
talking about, you have to talk about those little instances. Like, I get it, you're saying that's, but what I'm saying is that there are situations where it's not in your nature to analyze somebody, to put your hands on a woman. But if an extreme case happens, you gonna crack that bitch upside her forehead.
But
If it's you or them, they going to see the Lord. Like, there are certain
I
situations that you have
disagree
to
on
think
that.
about.
Too, we keep using that nature thing, and I'm against that nature thing. Even though Straight say it a lot, I'm against it because our nature can do anything because we're humans. Anything can happen. That's why I would never stand strong on saying that I won't do something because I never got put in the predicament that I might do it. I don't know that. I'm a human being. So I can't never say that what's against because our nature, if we want to be real, our nature is moving off impulse and doing whatever the heck we feel. That's our true nature. Well, that's
You talking about
our
fight or flight?
morals and
Well, our nature is survival. That's our true nature.
yeah,
It's
that's what make
survival.
it worse. So we're gonna do what it takes to survive, though. The real talk, though. So defense mechanisms is nature. So the things what we're talking about now is like a moral and discipline. So that's against our nature. You know what I'm saying? That's something we choose to do or fight on every time. You know what I'm saying? So things can happen as a human being. You know what I'm saying? That's just what happens.
So if people, it's one thing that's Lovely made this comment, and I actually like that. Life is full of two things out here, folks. You have choices and decisions. All right, you choose what path you want to take, whether it be, you know what I'm saying, whether it be under your whim or it just be you just innately just take a path. The decision is whether you stay on that path or whether you hold solid to it. So yeah, I just want to throw that part in there. Like,
Man, I wanted to do this other one so bad, but I gotta hit these sheets. So I'm gonna have to. I want to. If y'all want me to do this weekend, I might run this one back again too. Cause we didn't even get past the second two though. So I feel like we can get deep on this one though for real. But yeah, I'm gonna make my call on this, and then I got another topic for tomorrow.
shit, man, Kevin, man, send me the live, man. You know I don't mind coming through here, dog.
Oh
You be
yeah,
having some very great topics and stuff, it up. So
oh yeah, for sure, man. You already know, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I
it
just be
was nice
sitting.
meeting all you wonderful folk too.
What you say, straight?
I said, like always, I
Oh
appreciate
yeah,
you.
for sure, for sure. I appreciate you, of course. Lovely, you done came in. I gotta let you at least get a couple words before we drop. Appreciate you, Cammy, even though we agree, disagree, whatever. But I appreciate you for stopping through. You ain't had to,
No problem. What's nice meeting you?
for stopping through. You ain't had to.
No problem. What's nice meeting you?
No, I appreciate you as always, Kev. We've been doing this too long to not know when we know each other is gonna have some words on this. And I appreciate Mr. Fuck Your Feelings.
That's my dog.
You
Got that
couldn't wait
hate
to
out.
let that one out.
I
Hey,
love
he got that name that make people want to
I actually
release
like
themselves.
I
He
actually
like, you know
like
what? I'm gonna
saying
let
his
fuck your
name.
feelings go. Really wanted to cuss the whole house, the host out all that time.
You know me, I'm gonna come over with some laughter and some love, but also what you said, exes don't change people, and this is what I put in. They don't change you, but they can influence your
They can
choice.
influence. Yeah, they can.
So, this is where people fall into the blame mentality, the victim mentality. Is like, I'm just stuck in this situation. Well, what does influence you to stay stuck in this situation? Well, what does influence you to stay stuck in it? If you're unhappy with the person, bounce. But one thing I want to ask you, Kev, you keep putting X. Once they're an X, they should no longer matter. They're
Mm-hmm.
your ex. They're your ex for a reason. Like, you removed them from your life. Why do they still matter? Why are we connected to them still? Like emotionally or physically? Are you friends with benefits with your ex? You know what I mean? Like, some people stay connected to their ex, but they just don't want to give them the label of boyfriend or wife or spouse or partner. I can use him or utilize him when I want him. No, the fuck you can't. Or utilize him when I want him. No, the fuck you can't. No. Because now when they're influenced by someone else and they decide to leave and bounce because you aren't giving them what they need to do, you are now the ex. What happens when you become the ex? Is it something you did or is it something they did or vice versa? Are you actually looking at this is who they already were? Was that the way that they were functioning, or is that the way that you're functioning and they're adapting to either your functioning or making decisions based upon how you respond or function? If that makes sense. Man, Kev, I hate when you be doing this stuff because I was like, why do I have conversations about this for 8 hours a day and then I gotta come on to Kev's live and be like, oh man, my clients be like, I learn more from them than I do from you guys. But it helps me though. So I learned a lot from my exes. Let's just say that.
All right, I'm gonna catch you later. I'm gonna be on this thing tomorrow. I'm gonna give me a good little snooze in.
All right, go ahead and go sleep.
All right,
Go
for
sleep.
sure.
BTB.
Right.
You have a
Got
good night, my
BTB.
brother.
Right. All right. Appreciate you.
All right, bye, my brother.
All right, Coco. Hope I said it right. I don't think I ever called a man Coco before, but hey. All right, my brother.